We are the foundation, bulletproof the hating from the plantation. We built the whole nation. We are the foundation, bulletproof the hating from the plantation. We built the whole nation. We are the foundation, bulletproof the hating from the plantation. We built the whole nation. We are the foundation, bulletproof the hating from the plantation. We built the whole nation. Welcome to Channel Raw TV, the realest podcast on YouTube. Now, Foundational Family, y'all know I always come with the livest black Twitter spaces that Twitter has to offer, right? I want you all to check out this deep discussion where the Foundational Family discusses whether or not black Americans can be racist, and we all know the answer to that. Share this video, share it on all your social media, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit up the Cash App at Mr. App C. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
It was disgusting. No, that shit was actually crazy as fuck. And honestly, if niggas gonna mute, at least make it good. Like, if y'all gonna mute everybody, it need to be some good content. It need to be some snapping going on. It need to be some cooking going on. These niggas muting the mic to mumble about how we don't have no power. That's disgusting.
What happened?
That's disgusting.
You know, just the morning eat. Nothing real.
Yeah.
Just the first of the
Just
year.
breakfast, you know.
Just the first of the year. For real, breakfast, first of the year.
Brekkie.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
This is the debating tactic that I've noticed when I took debate in 11th and 12th grade, to respond after someone speaks and then not allow them to respond and then allow another person to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I kept noticing. Every time someone agreed with them, they'd say something and it'd be three people essentially ganging up on one person's point, and then when the other person is opposing, then they both have to mute the room and both have to respond to what you're saying. Never can engage in a duel. It was pretty cowardly.
I'm gonna be real. I don't care who don't like it. I'm never gonna stop saying black people should be racist.
Ever.
I don't care if people cussing me out. I don't care if people calling me dumb. I'm never not saying black people can be racist.
Taji, please tell me you was in there,
I'm
Taji.
standing in it. Like, I'm doing it every day.
Taji,
Yeah.
please tell me
I
you was
wasn't
in
in
that
there.
space.
I wasn't in there.
Bro, that was some bullshit.
Video,
Oh my
attending the other
fucking gosh,
endeavors.
bro.
But what happened? The same thing.
Hey,
that happened.
everybody.
Some of the hi, Bang. Happy New Year, y'all.
everybody.
Some of the most retarded shit I ever heard in my motherfucking life, bro.
Hold on, you gotta wait till Megan come in here, because they were saying
What
I had one in one of
happened?
my rooms the other day. Those people so damn dumb.
Bro,
These niggas was just in there talking about how black people can't be racist or whatever. We don't have no institution. We talking about the church as an institution. They said, well, the church is ran by a white man because it's government funded.
Fuck them niggas.
The church is government funded? What the fuck?
Yes.
Bro, it wasn't even that.
Yes.
It was after Megan went. He said, I get it. He said, I get it. The alphabet people are in here. The people who can be whatever they... Hold on, Jelly. Hold on.
Shout out
He
to
said
my
the
nigga
alphabet
JRD
people...
for breaking
Hold
the
on,
internet
nigga, down.
Really
Shut the fuck
nigga.
up.
God, baby.
He said, hold on.
Please
The
shut the fuck
alphabet
up,
people
dog.
are in here. You feel
She
me?
don't
Anybody
want
can
you,
be what they
gang.
want to be.
She don't want you.
And I was like, bruh, the only person who want to be what they want to be is a nigga changing definitions. You feel
And
me?
cause when we start talking about like, can black people be racist, and somebody be like, all right, well, let's look at what ism means, I'm automatically checking out because I've heard that script too many goddamn times, and that shit is retarded, high key.
And
That's
it's
We're not
almost
talking
like,
about fucking ism.
I think
We're talking about
sometimes we gotta
racism.
ask ourselves, why are you debating to have no power?
Girl!
Like, literally, you in here like,
Roll over and die.
white supremacy told me I ain't got no power, so I ain't got... Why the fuck would you go for that?
That's why I told them the whole y'all black white supremacists, y'all believe what these niggas told y'all.
Like,
Y'all believe that y'all are the, you know, the lower, that y'all are the inferior.
And that's why I was saying
believe that.
some of
Never.
these...
They've never studied self-efficacy, right? I mean, part of the whole like self-actualization is not allowing people the knowledge of what self-actualization means, and so not introducing self-efficacy, so not understanding that like policy, even when it comes to laws, right? Like we don't understand like the terminology that we implement into our subconscious. Like the word law is meant to mean the absolute. Laws are not absolute. Laws are rules and or codes or social constructs that we choose to live by, right?
Mm,
Things that are absolute are things like gravity. That's the absolute. That is the law. The
that's
law of
not even
gravity.
absolute.
Niggas get the talking gang, and I just be like, damn, if you slow, shut up about black people, bro. Like, I
But
don't
you
know
know
what the
what's so
fuck we
funny?
doing right now.
Oh
The other
God.
day I was in one of
What
their
the fuck?
spaces and that
Nigga
nigga
just
dead
said
ass
some
said,
crazy ass shit.
like,
This nigga be
Hold
overthinking,
on,
bro.
what you said, Jelly?
the other day I was in one of their rooms and like when black people complain about the education system, I love to ask, what would you take out? What would you put in? You know, so I was like, what would y'all take out of the education system? They could never tell me what they could take out of the education system, but they told me that we should take out Shakespeare because Shakespeare ain't teaching nobody
You feel
nothing.
me? Can't
What?
actively teach a damn subject. Don't know science. Don't know
What?
math.
And it's like, hold
Not
on.
proficient in
We gonna
English.
take out the one playwright who is responsible for the name of the English that we were speaking for like 200
That
years.
nigga created so many words that we still use today.
And you know what doesn't
That
make sense
nigga
about it?
created rap music
Actually,
because
that
And
of
then
that's
and
um
then
fucking
hold
technically
on
because of the
because
fucking
and then
sonnet.
I feel like Shakespeare for real in English, like it just help you learn how language works. If you didn't take a foreign language, like Shakespeare helps you learn how language works, how language is shaped, how it's formed, like how it's utilized, how, like the different literary devices and all that shit. Like Shakespeare is important. Okay, I love Shakespeare. I don't give a fuck.
And it's like the crazy thing about it is like this is how I know people have such a distrust for the system. A good portion of Shakespeare's work are black people.
Y'all was arguing with a nigga
I don't know.
who grow watermelons. There's nothing against
Well, hold on,
nothing.
why we
Nothing.
growing watermelons?
And it's nothing against. Hold on. I was about to say it's nothing against.
But
That's
it
my
don't
favorite
take
fruit. But yeah, you talking to leave bro to the watermelons. You know what I'm saying? When we need a vine to be grown, call bro, because history's
yeah.
not it.
I like watermelon. Watermelon's really good.
And the irony of that whole space is that they had like leave the pseudo intellectual in 2023, but y'all in here talking about black people have no power.
Just pseudo and insults
In
and mute.
2023, I do not want to hear that shit. I do not want to
And
hear
they
black people
and
don't have no power.
some more irony. That nigga before he entered the space, he's talking about all I hear is hate, hate, hate. We
From
never
y'all
said
too.
Yeah.
exactly. We never said we was gonna hate shit. We didn't insult a fuck thing. We were saying that we had power. Y'all was telling us that we didn't have power.
So hotel that whole space started because I jumped in there probably about 2 hours ago because somebody was trying to talk down on Umar, and Jelly came in there, and so that's how everything got started. I think me and Jelly kind of got it going,
Yeah.
and then the conversation really just got above their intellectual capacity,
Yeah.
and
Y'all
that's
know
why
I
he
love
ended
a
the
good
space.
morning troll debate. I love that. It's funny.
It is.
Bro, this
That nigga said, hold on, my bad, that nigga. But just one last thing. That nigga really said, he said, so me not liking somebody based off of their race is racist. I said, yes, that's racist. He
Yes.
said, no,
Yeah.
it's not. It's prejudice. I said,
What?
oh my God.
And I done already hit
These
y'all.
niggas.
I done already hit y'all with the well, what is prejudice on the basis of sex called? What is prejudice on the basis of age called?
On tribe, on height,
And
on
it's
you
like
feel me, gender. Like, come
I
on,
know
bro.
that I know
Hello?
the scoreboard is tilted, not in our favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we should keep points. It'll get sad.
see,
But just because we're down in points does not mean that you are still not in the game. And
Oh
if you want to
God.
get in the game, the first thing that you got to do is huddle together and decide to say, fuck them niggas. And then you move forward. Like, I don't understand. It's like we
Well,
can't do the basis of, like,
well,
hey,
yeah,
so
because
we
the
so
don't
money game is a
necessarily the
team
troops
sport.
well.
That's how they divide and conquer. So the money game is a team sport. And if we played as a team, just like any other team sport black people play, we'd be the best at it, right? If we play like just like any team sport you see black people, they're always the best.
Not with some of us on the team thinking it's the white man's house.
bro,
Mm-mm.
that nigga
No,
was
sir.
saying,
I
That
don't
person
want
don't
them on
sound
my
like they on
team.
your team. That's a different
bro,
Yeah, I
team. I
don't
just
want
told
those people on my team who think our house is their home.
bro,
I don't want nobody like that on my team.
that
I
that
agree.
nigga grows
Knew he was
watermelons,
going to say
right?
Like Chick said, that man grow water. Who is that growing watermelons?
What's wrong with growing farm?
But no,
We should be
listen,
able to
I'm not
farm,
done yet.
sell
No,
Let
it.
me
if you
speak.
grow watermelons, I'm
No,
sure the
if you
intellect
don't,
you had to use for that was very minimal.
yeah,
So you're good
if
on
you
this
don't, if you can grow
conversation.
watermelons and
Not-
don't believe in
Not
magic,
too much
Well,
on
yeah,
that because I
you
grow
know what I'm saying?
lettuce.
That's black magic. If you're growing
But you
Intellectually
do
watermelons.
want to grow
more than grow
watermelon.
lettuce, baby
Yeah,
girl.
if you're growing
you treat a
watermelons
farm like
and
a
you think
farmer,
nigga shit is
100%.
pseudo, you have a problem. Like I don't want to eat your watermelons. Like I would no, I have to, it's a hard pass. I don't want to
Yeah,
eat
it's a
your
curse in
He
the
grew
melon.
watermelons.
watermelons
If
because
you don't think that the nigga
Oh
he
shit
God,
grew
he
Like
got
I
a
pseudo,
get it.
curse
watermelons
in
Like
the
because
melons.
he grew watermelons because his dad grew watermelons. His granddad grew watermelons. His great granddad grew watermelons. You grow lettuce for black liberation, bitch.
but he make fun of black
that's
people and call them pseudo. That's stupid. Bro, I don't want to eat your watermelons, bro. You know what? Fuck you and your melons. How about that? You
Yeah,
I
your
mean,
watermelons don't got no power,
Full of
hoe.
demons.
yeah,
I'm
But
what the
telling you.
fuck
if
you
that
talking
nigga been
about?
Got
growing,
them
oh y'all, this
demon melons.
might be
Bro got devil
today.
fruits.
But
He
if
got
that nigga been growing
he got
watermelon,
smiles. Hey, check, he got smiles. Them bitches gonna make you laugh and uncontrollably.
wait,
He
but hold
got
on,
smile
y'all.
fruit.
We gotta be for real with ourselves. If that nigga family been growing watermelon since slavery, you know them bitches busting. Let's be for real. Let's be
yes,
for
But
real.
he
facts. You
don't
gotta
Then
be
believe in
no,
magic.
understanding
no,
No,
of how
like,
Jelly.
you
Hold
do
on,
it.
bro,
Jelly. I gotta push back.
if you
I
don't
gotta push
believe in
back.
magic and growing
Hold on, that
watermelons, you're a
nigga. Hold on,
waste
I
of
gotta
time.
push
You
back.
know they probably
Hold
dark.
on, Jelly.
Ooh.
No, Jelly, because if that's the case, then he would have an
Stretch
infrastructure.
marks.
Then he would have infrastructure if that was the case. Ah.
You right. You right.
I got something to
Hey,
say,
to all
niggas.
the farmers in here, Chipotle is getting ready to redo their farmers list. So you might want to go ahead and put in your application to be able to provide them. It's I think that they said that they're doing 100 pounds of cilantro a week. And bitch, get on that. So
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this before shit turn back up. Niggas, I will say this. Nah, I do have to come here and say this. It's one thing to be politically correct and correct based off terminology. That's cool, and to be able to defend and argue your point. That's great. You feel what I'm saying? But I've had this argument, this same argument with my producer. Like I argued this nigga down. Like he swore to God, he like, bro, black people cannot be racist. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are you saying? And as I feel like, bro, how does that exist by definition? Like anybody could be racist. But based off we talking about black Americans. I don't know about anybody else. Based off black American history, bro. It's so many fucking scholarly people that fucking said the same shit this nigga said, and I still don't understand it. So I'm kind of in the middle on this because I understand the terminology of what racism is. You feel what I'm saying? But based off the history and the shit that we done went through as black people and the perspective that so many of them people are coming from, you could kind of understand it. You feel what I'm saying? So let's not, you know what I'm saying, try to I don't know. I hate the weird.
Nah, it's really
But
just
no, I've had these arguments for years as well, and what I will say is that the black people can't be racist argument falls through every fucking time because really, like, it's just being had from a black and white perspective. Because then once you ask, could Mexican people be racist? Could Asian people be racist? Then you get a slew of answers, and none of them bitches is concrete. Then you get to talking about, oh well, you say that you can only be racist if you have power. Well, the majority of poor whites are also under the system that they are not participating in. So can they be racist if you have that
Well, they
power?
do have a power. That's what white privilege is considered to be. It's like a. Hold on, one
That's like a
second. It's like a
sociological
yeah, but
power.
it's still a power at the end of the day, and that's the point we keep getting.
We don't have a
Listen,
sociological power.
listen to what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It is a certain level of, well, it's a certain way that most white people operate. You feel what I'm saying? Not all white people, because again, y'all know me, I'm for all people at the end of the day. But, you know what I'm saying? White people operate from a whole different perspective that we operate from. Like, Shorty was arguing, somebody said some shit about a black woman losing the fucking lawsuit for reverse racism and shit like that. I'm like, bro, that was a bunch of bullshit because those white people were gonna find jobs, whether or not they didn't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like most white people are gonna be able to get a job before.
That don't have nothing
Listen,
to
What was
do
that
with the
listen,
bullshit?
listen, listen.
lawsuit.
That
It
was
does.
literally
I'm
a
It
listening.
response to
does.
what
Hold
was
on.
said.
I'm listening because I heard niggas make that point in the last space. Just because a white person can get a job at another job, do not mean that that lady should not have
Most of the
lost that
employers are
goddamn
white.
lawsuit because she
That
discriminated. Because
matters.
black people can be racist.
I'm not saying that. Listen, like I said, I argue from your viewpoint. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's a weird thing that's going on where people understand terminology and you trying to prove people wrong based off terminology against social economics. You feel what I'm saying? White people do fucking they are the majority of employers in America are white people. The majority of people who own businesses in America are white people. Let's fucking
That's
get
not
this. No,
true.
no, 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 no. That's how the fuck that's not true. You show me a fucking poll that shows you another demographic of people in America that
But
own businesses.
Are we talking about race or ethnically?
isn't white people the
Bro,
majority
this
in
is a
this
dumb
country?
argument, bro. What the
Aren't
fuck?
aren't white people the
First of all,
majority in this country?
Bruh.
hold
I
on.
mean, personally,
First
I
Quick,
of
don't
all,
believe that.
quick.
No,
I
first
don't
of
even
they're
believe
all,
that
not.
white people the majority. But based off stats, since
you
y'all
niggas,
using terminology which is quote
white people
unquote a
not the
fact, so
majority?
I'm trying to
What
stay
the
on the
fuck are
same
we
fucking side
arguing?
of the things that
They're
y'all on.
not.
What I'm
I
saying
mean,
is,
but y'all, if white
oh
people
my
are not
god,
the majority, then we doing extra bad. So just
You
let them be
niggas
the
are crazy.
majority, okay?
Oh God, Jelly, let like be
You
for
niggas are
real.
crazy.
Because for
I'm
them not
not
to be the
crazy,
majority,
bro.
like if we're
I'm
the
sorry.
majority and we only employ 3 million people, we fucking sad.
It
So
Bro,
let
depends.
their ass be the majority
It
so
depends on
that
how
we
you
can
look
save
at it.
face.
if we
Okay,
if we
Ethnically,
are
we're the
saying, hold
second
on, hold
biggest
on, hold
ethnic
on,
group
slow down,
here.
slow down.
okay, I get that.
If we are saying that white people like this their ability to be racist, right, comes from controlling institutions of which they can discriminate, then all it takes for is for a black person to control an institution uh as to which they can fucking discriminate to their discretion, right? So an institution in this case, right?
I
It
know
could be
where
a
you're going
business.
with this, bro.
It,
I
I
hate
mean,
the terminology shit.
why
Respect,
are you
But
why are
hold
you
on,
coming
let
off
an
the
him
mic?
go with it, and
Bro,
I
institution.
it's
can
Fuck
not
answer
that.
just
it.
for
Y'all
you.
interrupt me
It's for
like
the
six
whole
times, bro.
space.
It ain't no
Okay,
hands. Fuck
so
that
as
shit.
I was
It is
saying,
It
hands.
is
Don't be
motherfucking
misrepresenting
hands,
us.
nigga. And it's not just to you, it's to the whole space. We done heard all these arguments for 3 goddamn years. So just let
Right, but
Kachi
you
right,
gonna
go.
but you gonna let this
He
nigga
probably not just
say his
arguing
fuck.
at you. Just let him go.
Sorry.
Let
I'm arguing the topic, right? I'm arguing against the topic that I disagree with. I'm not arguing a person. Like that's beneath me. However, as I was saying, black people do own businesses, black people do own properties, black people own banks, black people own the same shit white people own. Now is it to the level like is it as frequent like that we encounter black people who are in control of these institutions? Obviously not, but that would be a different argument, right? Like that's not the same thing like saying that white people have more economic control, thus making the consequence of their racial discrimination, or the cost of their racial discrimination more detrimental. You see what I'm saying? Um, like when we could say that, and that's a true statement, right? But just to say that I cannot be racist is a ridiculous statement that we all know, and I don't understand how people think so lowly of themselves. I really don't understand that shit. And that's all I want to say. Is my initial thoughts. I'm not going to babble.
All right, so to respond to that shit before, because I'm not gonna say shit else after this, because I'm so sick of fucking getting interrupted and having other people fucking be able to respectfully put their fucking premise on
Okay, well,
fucking
don't
board.
tell us all
Well,
that.
you've
Go
At the
been
end
ahead
of the
and get
taking
day,
too
to it.
goddamn
my whole
long. Hurry
point
that
is
shit
that,
up.
man, fuck
Yeah,
that
we ain't
favoritism
do
shit,
nothing to
bro.
your time.
Like, I'm
We don't
trying
know
to
why
really
you
be a
why
part
you
of what the
carry
fuck is
this
going on at the end of the day,
Man,
bro.
on
I'm trying to say what I'm
AQ,
trying
ain't
to say.
nobody
Nah,
saying
we
Fuck
fuck
that
with
favoritism.
you.
shit.
I
I just
was
don't want to hear that
precise,
crying.
nigga.
No, well
And
then act like you fuck with me. Respect when
well,
I'm
then hurry
talking.
up.
What the fuck? Stop trying to
I
rush
Bro,
treat
me, bro.
everybody
You
like
ain't run
this.
side,
Hurry
just stop
up.
sucking his dick, bro. That shit
Hurry
weird.
up.
no.
Hurry
What is you
up.
talking about? On
Hurry
AQ,
up.
The fuck,
on
bro? Like that
AQ
shit weird,
All
bro.
is
right, well, nigga, do you want to go or not? Do
nigga
you
on
want to go or
AQ
not?
I'm
Because
is
trying to
I'm
not no
telling you
fucking
to hurry
bro.
the
favoritism,
fuck
bro.
up.
Bro, I be quiet. I'm gonna go. At the end of
Well,
the
then
day,
hurry
It's
the
more
fuck
what I'm
so
up.
trying to say,
Also, please
Thank
stop
you.
telling us how we
it's
it's more
supposed to
so
cool.
just
treat
that
It's
I was
cool
black
to
precise.
people.
fucking be able to. Let me say what the fuck I'm trying to say. It's cool to be able to argue your point based off terminology and white facts because at the end of the day, the whole fucking system we operate in is created by
White
fucking white
facts.
people. At the end of the day, the woman who lost the fucking lawsuit for fucking cross race whatever the fuck the shit is. You feel what I'm fucking drove. I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, the woman who lost that fucking lawsuit obviously didn't have enough fucking power to fucking defend herself against the fucking system that told her she was wrong for fucking doing the same shit that these fucking people do to
What?
us every fucking day, bro. It's cool to be able to sound correct and fucking all that other shit, bro. But you black, my nigga, and if you get a business and some white people try gotta come fucking work for you, and you don't really fucking want them to fucking work with you based off your trauma that all your fucking people dealt with, my nigga. That's different. Like y'all be acting like y'all
It's
don't
What?
racist.
operate on the
Now
same
you moving.
fucking
Now you
It's
moving the
But
racist.
what if
goalposts.
we make the
Now
one
you
white
moving the
It's
person?
racist.
goalposts.
But hold
bro. It's
on,
because I gotta
what
make a
Anita,
about
draw
all
only
the
line
what
trying to
about
say what
all
the
the
fuck I was trying to
lawsuits? Hold
say.
only
on, real fast. What about all the lawsuits that black people have won on behalf of employers discriminating against them? Because I'm
And then what
sure
about?
that length is way more extensive than the type that this lady has. Way
Yeah.
more extensive.
Bro, it's
What?
Y'all
almost
remember
like
the
y'all
case for
defending the white
y'all
system
remember the
because
case
you
for
know how to
hold on,
operate
hold
it.
on.
That's
Y'all remember
weird.
the case for the University of Texas where the white girl where the white girl, she like it had to be like 3-4 years straight where she was mad because she said that black people kept getting, now y'all were talking about the University of Texas. She kept saying that black people were getting her spot at the University of Texas. So she kept suing, kept suing, kept suing. And they kept denying her because that's just not fucking true. So I think like sometimes well, first off, can you tell me what white facts are? Because I don't know
Oh God.
what white facts
Wait,
are.
before he go into that,
No, no,
Oh
no,
my.
no,
We got
no. Let
hands
me know what
though.
are white facts.
I just wanted to say, bro, we know that's a dumb question. Like now y'all picking on them. Well, a dumb statement
Who said
rather.
what? You said
But
white facts?
no,
No, that
he
was
said that.
nice.
All
But
right,
I
then why
just
I can't get the answer from Nash?
because you know that's
Man,
stupid,
I'm
bro.
trying
But
to
all right,
fucking get my shit together right now, bro. At the end of the day, I get the point of being able to argue and be correct based off a
But
certain, set
your
of
arguments
criminals.
are emotional.
No, they're not
They
emotional when you
are.
have millions of other fucking people that feel the exact same way. And I'm not saying that. I
Feel,
feel,
literally told you.
feel,
feel.
I
What the
argue from
fuck?
your
feel.
perspective. I
All right.
literally just got finished from
Go to
arguing
Kate
with a
after
person that
this.
tried to tell me that black people can't be racist. I'm like, nigga, by
No, I
definition,
feel you.
anybody
I
can be
feel
racist.
you.
But when you look at the shit
Bro,
that
that's
we
a different
dealing with
argument,
versus what
bro.
these people are dealing with, bro, we didn't create this fucking system. We might have built the country, but we didn't build the fucking system, bro. You see what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
God, you
So
niggas
Okay,
need
the
to
we
way
got
in
focus
which,
on the
hands.
listen, we are
song.
black
Let's
fucking
let
people
Chet
speaking
go.
English, operating on these fucking people terms,
Girl, let
nigga.
that lady Kate go. I don't know
Yep.
nothing.
All right, let Kate then Chet go.
Yeah.
Um, so obviously I'm new, but what's wrong with just using oppression? Because that's actually what it's happening. Like the reason racism can be reversed is because you literally have to have institutional backing. Like
No, you don't.
that's the only reason white people can be the ones that are racist. So we can be oppressive, like oppression.
White
That's
people.
why she lost the lawsuit, because we can oppress other people, even if it's white people, even if we're doing better than them. So that's the
This
point.
is semantics
Yeah, like
I would like. I
literally
would
that's
like to
you
just
refute
let
don't
her
that
have
point
to
finish.
as
have
well.
Let her finish
you
though.
don't have to have institutional
Let her
backing to be
finish.
racist, and two, we do have institutions. So either way.
I would like to refute that point as well. So you're saying that only white people can be racist on the
no,
grounds that they control all the institutions? That's what you said out of your mouth. You did not.
no.
I'm not
I
making
used it
this
as
up.
an
I'm not.
example,
So hold
but
on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
okay.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. That Asian outperforms the white person in every goddamn category. Also, the Asian is does not really have any institutions, but if you go on YouTube right now and you just type in Asians in Africa, you're gonna see them uh racially fucking discriminating against the Africans in Africa with no real institutions there. Right? So that's a clear refutation of your argument.
So why?
And then on
So
top
why
of
are
that,
Jeez.
hold on, slow down,
Institution placement doesn't mean the
slow down,
institution
slow
doesn't
down, slow
exist.
down,
so
slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, and
But
then
Taji,
also,
placement of an
oh
institution
man,
doesn't mean the institution doesn't
mastermind. All
exist.
right, I'm gonna let y'all
I'm
niggas go,
saying.
bro, cause y'all niggas, I'm gonna let
yeah,
y'all go.
like
It
if they
was
able to keep them out, then it's an institution that's
No,
helping them
No,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
They're
Asians
not
have
keeping them out.
institutions.
Okay, I can keep you out of a business right now that I can start, right? There's gonna be a cost of that discrimination,
A
aka
business is
Yeah,
not
but
an
lawsuits or
that's
institution.
whatever. Oh my
A
goodness,
business is
can
not
I
an
please
institution.
make a
like
mastermind.
point?
an
Hold
institution
up.
is like, the court system
Okay,
and
so what I was trying to
educational
say, and I'm
system.
trying to make this very quick. See, the problem that now is going longer than it needs to because people are interrupting. Now, as I was saying, right, there's always going to be a cost of discrimination, right? So if I start a business, right, and it's a grocery store, and a white person comes and they're trying to get hired, and I decide, well, I'm gonna find a reason, right, to discriminate against. Well, I'm
You're
racially
oppressing.
discriminating, but I'm gonna basically find another excuse not to hire them, right?
Mm,
Yeah,
Then
so
that
you're an
person
oppressor.
sues me. Then that's a cost. That's a consequence. A cost of discrimination. So you guys are looking at the costs of discrimination and saying that Oh, because black people
That ain't
typically
what I
don't
said at
have.
all. That's like completely not
Okay,
what I said.
well that is what you said, but
That
I
I
will let you
you
have
could
your mic back.
that how is that racism though? Like you
How
can't
is it
like they're gonna
racism to
go
discriminate
yeah, they're
against somebody based on the
discrimination and
color of their
racism are
skin?
different.
Okay,
Yeah,
Can I
you're
just
hold on real
discriminating.
when
fast?
you
Get real fast before because you said discrimination and racism are different. Can you tell me what is the term called? What is discrimination on the basis of sex called? What's that word?
I'm sorry, what?
What is discrimination on the basis of sex called?
Roll down the window and yell at him to drop the knife. He just kind of threw it down as he was running. I guess I'm not understanding this question. Like when
sexism. It's
like
called
Sexism,
sexism.
you know, like
like
sexism,
Bro, that's not helping
discrimination
y'all
on the
point,
basis,
bro. Y'all
the
just trying to
It is
sound
discrimination on
helping
the
smart
your
at this
basis
point.
fucking
of
point,
sex.
bro.
I was
Like,
Hold on,
confused.
get the fuck
Like
with that
hold
shit.
on. Discrimination
like
on the basis
religion
of
and all
sex
that
or
stuff.
gender
Yeah. Okay,
is
my bad.
called sexism, right? Would
Yeah.
you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Would you say that discrimination on the basis of age is called ageism, right?
Yep.
So why wouldn't the discrimination based on race be called racism?
It can. The
It
discrimination
can, but
between
I'm
No,
race
asking
and
it
Kate. I'm
ethnicity.
is.
asking
No, it's
Kate.
but
not
I'm
no
asking
can,
Kate.
it is.
it is called
It's not can,
racism.
it's
But
is.
the
So
only
then
thing, the
how
only
can we
difference is
discriminate
that
on the
all those
basis of race
other
and it not be called racism though?
yep, but all of those other so all of those other ones that you used includes everybody. So if you have an
What?
institution that's only if you have an institution for racism, those are the ones that are in power.
Alright, I'm
But
out. You
gender
Hold on, don't
let me
and
interrupt because I can't. I'm trying to
disability
understand.
and all of that stuff, like all of those, everybody in any race or whatever can oppress every other person, every other group of those people, and it's still not considered racism. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like
All I
that's
have
why,
to say
like
to
what?
that
nobody's
is
using oppression.
okay.
Like, where's the oppression part? That's
Well,
the part
I
that
think what it
everybody's
is
like
I
not
that
told
using.
alright, now
Everything
boom.
isn't
Let me
just
Hold
let
on,
me
no,
let me
Taji,
let me
Taji, Taji, no,
let me
no, no.
explain
We
it
we got
to her
hands. We have
Okay,
hands.
hold
We
on,
do have
y'all.
hands.
Yeah,
And
go
you
to
done
another
spoken
hand.
between every submission,
you're
my
right,
nigga.
Yeah,
you're
go to
right.
another
I'm
hand
getting
because I
irritated as
need to
fuck. This
process
shit is
what she
dumb.
just said.
Yeah, go to
This
check.
is the
No,
dumbest shit I ever
Jelly. Don't
heard.
process that, Jelly. It will not compute. It will not compute. Okay, do not process that. Check. Go ahead.
I want 100 to go before me.
All right, 100.
100.
What, honey? Summertime, firefly.
All
Oh,
right, thank you.
y'all wasn't fucking with old Scissor, I guess. Okay.
Nigga, we all know C run, bro.
Come on God.
Okay. No, wait, but apparently we don't. Let
Can
him
you
walk.
let this man go?
Peace, y'all. Happy New Year's, man. Happy New
Happy
Year's to everybody. So I just want to go over a couple of things real quick. Real quick. I'm not gonna be long-winded. But power, when we talk about power, power is a very subjective term. It's very vague. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing objective about it. When you're talking about power, power is just the ability to do something. You know what I'm saying? So we're making it too deep when we're attributing this, you know, this social construct to this group of people, which is also a social construct. You know, white people don't really exist. Just because they tell us white people exist don't mean that they exist. Scientifically, there is no such thing as a white person. That's why whenever you're born, the doctor doesn't determine the race of the baby. Determines the sex of the baby, but never determines the race of the baby. And also, lastly, I would like to say, in regards to how nations communicate with other nations, nationality is number one, ethnicity is number two, and race comes after ethnicity. If you go look at the immigration forms, they would have your nationality first, your place of birth first, then they'll have your ethnicity next. Your ethnicity, they'll put Hispanic or not Hispanic. You can only select one. And then after that category, it's race, and you can select all that apply. That includes black, white, American Indian, Alaska Native, what have you. And I yield with that.
Check.
So just so I'm clear, you're saying we can't be racist because race ain't real. Thank you.
No, you can be racist. You can practice race. You can practice it, It doesn't make it biologically or genetically real, though.
Okay.
Essentially, what Hunter is saying, our understanding of race, for what it actually is versus what we've been taught are two different things. Add on to what
right there.
hold on, Kate. You got a hot mic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You, you good? Yeah, this idea that we can't be racist is absurd. Again, if you are discriminating or showing prejudice based on someone's race, you're racist. This idea that we can't be this is silly because people will own up to being a lot of other things. And it's a lot more things, I think personally, that are worse than being a racist. But if you are going to be, you got to stand in that shit. Like, I don't know, this half step in something I'm not used to being. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to be that racist. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Don't. But we don't have the power and all that other shit. Uh, I don't know who you're talking to.
So when I
That's
said
how
racism,
black.
yes, you guys are saying racism, but it's in the form of oppression that we can be racist. So that's different from racist that white people have institutionally based on what they have in power.
No, it's not.
So that's
No,
literally
baby.
two different
It's a
No,
things
baby.
starter
that we
Well,
job.
were
wait,
taught.
It's
wait,
No,
not,
guys.
and
baby.
Wait,
the
hold on. So
That's
let me
why
goalpost.
ask you a
racism,
question.
ageism, classism,
No,
if
baby
that's
girl.
what you mean by in the way of racism, yes, but that's in the form of oppression that falls under discriminatory type of deal. That's literally what I think you
And
Well,
for
I
the
think
people
the
trying to
who
thing
argue.
don't,
is,
hold on. For the people who don't believe that black people have the power to be racist, can you tell me of what? Can you tell me of like the first thing that turned the world, or like in your mind, or maybe from what you understand, the first thing that turned the world into this,
So
like
I
this
can give you an
system?
example. We can be racist against a Mexican person, but it's in the form of oppression. So we can like be that's how we're racist towards them. But it's in no way the same as white people as a whole are racist towards everyone else.
So wait, hold on.
I
Can
think
you
the
tell
thing
me of
is,
the first?
Um,
Can you tell me of like the first thing that made it so like that though? Like
okay,
what
let
made
me,
it
He's
so?
trying to refer
what
to
what
black people
gave white
having
people
power. That's
all the power
bullshit
to
too,
be
Jalen,
racist
because
and
we
not
have
Bingo.
all
anybody
There we
else?
go. Thank
They
you.
responsibilities. That's
Thank
I'm
you.
all.
about to,
Hold on.
so
All right, let me
Hold on.
just
Let him
ask
reiterate the
it. Let me
question.
just ask it clearly. What makes white or what gave white people the power to be racist and not anybody else?
Like
um,
the historical thing. I'm getting water.
that everything that we use to kind of combat that is it comes from them. So the school system, education, government, like all of
I
that
don't think I
stuff
said
is the power that
already.
they
You
have
already
to
going
control
after
us.
you going too late. You too late. You
Yeah.
got to go back
What is the
earlier.
thing that changed the world and gave white people all the power? What happened?
Christianity,
The
Christianity is
fuck are
what
you talking about?
institution of
What are you
religion.
Well,
talking,
So,
that's
bro?
partly
You niggas
true,
are so
but it's not.
My
so,
crazy.
bad.
But
I
it's
didn't know
not
we was going back that far.
It's not
so,
This nigga
Christianity
said
on
well,
its
as I said, I
stomach.
just
Christianity.
It's
said school
something that
wasn't
they
enough.
came up with from Christianity.
So I think the issue with the conversation is the understanding of an
Yeah, there is
institution,
no issue with the conversation.
right? So a business is so what as I'm reading understanding an institution is controlling the school of thought, right? So a religion is an institution,
Oh my goodness.
so, in order
I,
to have an establish an institution, and it requires being there to control the ideals and beliefs of someone, right? Their ideologies. So that's what an institution is. So the ability to control another person's ideology, right? So white people control the most religious institutions in this country, as well as the educational institutions in this country, right? They what they
I'm
where
sorry.
black
I
people
do
do
not
have.
believe that white people control black
Bro.
churches. I'm not buying that.
Bro, I just
They
want to
literally
say
do
if
not. I
anybody
know
wants
they
I'm
to have a
not
are.
buying
formal
that at
debate,
all.
hold on. If anybody wants to debate Taji formally on this topic so that you cannot be
So
interrupted and you can really get all your shit off, please let me know. Please let somebody in the AQ
so
know. Because this is
Hotep.
ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
This is
This
I
ridiculous.
this
also
would
hope
be
y'all
the
get y'all
You niggas need to
stretches and
wake up.
push-ups and
but
we would
yes, we
sit-ups
can
have
be
as
to.
racist.
well.
It's just
So hold on, Kay. So
Wait,
not
hold
how we
on.
can
Can,
In the
can
have
form of
somebody
racism.
please give me?
hold on,
Can
let
somebody
me
please
finish.
give me? Hold
But
on.
yeah,
That's
we gotta
fine.
let Mastermind finish. We gotta let him wrap up.
Okay,
So
wrap this
Do
up.
we?
Hotep, You don't have to. You're
Yes,
right.
we
They don't
do.
have to. They don't have to control the church because it's a self-perpetuating cycle now, right? So they implemented something, and now the cycle perpetuates itself. They don't have to do anything. It does it on its own.
What about
Um,
the Hebrew Israelites?
that's different. So like, though, that's the difference. So that's a school of
That's the
thought.
So
Negro
it's
That would
only
be an
the
Israelites.
institution.
Black
They
Christian
aren't different.
church. So it's only the Black Christian church
Yeah, the Christian, because the Christian
Man,
church was
this
given
nigga's
that
directly
this
by
crazy.
white.
applies to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
any
so
Israelite that thinks this is Babylon, when are you going back to Israel?
Y'all crazy.
yeah, I don't. Then take you go take that up with them. But social
That's why
constructs
I
are
said
also
it out loud.
institutions. So social constructs are also considered institutions, right? So the things that we control, we don't implement racism into it, right? So for example, like rap hip hop culture is a school of thought, but we allow other races to like perform in like the social constructs that we control, the social institutions. So yes, white people control
That's
like the
like
religion and
oppressive.
education. We don't oppress. Yeah, we don't oppress. So this the
But do
institutions.
we
No,
not
any
oppress?
group can oppress.
Thank you.
But the thing is, we
That's
have to
that
first
yes, you can
identify.
implement racism, just not on the level of white people have that they have as
Yeah, but
institutionalized.
who
Like that
cares
We
ain't
just
about
going
ain't
away.
that?
have the time.
Well,
But who
we
cares
have
about
social
that?
On
institutions that we
God,
choose not
Jelly.
to implement
How we just
racism.
You
But
literally
it
like
got
how
don't
we
to.
just
matter.
all right. So the reason that I asked the question of like where did white people came up with the doctrine of discovery that said because we Christian we just get to say stuff first. That shit was not. They didn't have no power when they came up with that. They just decided. When I say it, that's it. They
That's
decided
pretty powerful.
So
we gonna
Jelly,
be the
That's
world's
not
soldier boy.
powerful
They
for real.
didn't
We
have
did
no
that
money.
shit.
They didn't have no
so
motherfucking
That
money.
was
They
powerful
didn't
as
have
Jelly,
fuck,
no
but they got
nothing.
to just stand
They
up
were
and say it
literally
though.
dying, throwing shit in the streets when they decided we the soldier boy of the world. And then
so Jelly,
everybody ran
power
with it.
only resides where you decide it resides, right? So
And
someone's as
they took that
powerful
shit
as you
from them.
believe them to be. So power is only the only reason someone or something is powerful is
Power
because
is
you that is
influence.
powerful. That's what I'm saying. So that you have to, so in order to influence, so in order you to have influence, you have to believe something to be something. So if you think that this is powerful, then it is. If you don't, then it's not.
This sounds like them in the other space.
I'm just saying, power is
That
this. It
was
doesn't,
that was
regardless of how you feel about it,
I
power
You niggas are
resides
fucking
to
crazy.
believe that it is. Because, so for example, rules and
No,
laws, right?
I get it. I get it. I get it. I
Yeah,
get
I
it.
don't
I
think
get
they
it.
a
Damn.
I get it.
token of
I get
Babel.
it.
But we
I
can be
get it.
racist if we want in ideology, but if we're implementing that shit, we ain't
So
gotta
now
say
we're
it though.
moving the
But no,
goalposts.
again though, I don't see
What is
y'all.
wrong with being
It's like
racist?
y'all appeal to
You
the
can be
high.
a
Y'all
racist, it's
appeal
just
to
in
the
an
highest
oppressive manner.
institution. Hold on, y'all appeal to the highest institution in the world, and then y'all turn around and be like, "Oh, we don't have no fucking power." That shit is what be blowing me. You don't have to have a United States government to have power to participate in racism. You don't
I
have to
agree,
have that.
but
So
participating.
hold on real fast. So hold on real fast. So I don't understand why that's what y'all appeal to when it comes to this. You could have the power in your small ass community. You could have the power in your small ass organization. You could have the power at your small ass black business to be like, oh well, we're only gonna hire this type of people, or we're not gonna hire that type of person, or we're only gonna service this person, or we're not gonna service that kind of person. So I don't understand why y'all appeal to the United States of America, the government of the United States of America, when it comes to our motherfucking ass. We don't, bro. I'm just,
Hey,
bro.
I don't
Because
know
the
about
I'm
government is
y'all,
not
saying
even
you can be
racist.
racist
The
and
government
ageist
is
and
not
all
even
that. It's
racist.
just
But
in an
the
oppressive
United States,
way.
the United States government is not the end all
It's
be
not
all
even
of
racist.
But that's
institutional
the
power that would
institution
allow
that
you
you
to
It's
be able
use.
to
not the
practice racism. It's
and
not
it's
the end
not
all
even
be all.
Yes, you
racist.
can be a
And it's
racist,
not
but
even
it's not in the
racist.
same way. Like you
Okay.
can
Any
definitely
of
be
y'all ever seen that
racist.
But what does that
experiment
ever
where
matter?
so
To
it's
say
like
that you can't like keep an opportunity that I just this is
yeah.
just
Hold on.
this
Y'all
is
ever
just
seen that
Let's
experiment
give
where what
anti-black.
we must
yeah.
not be in no
How is
HR.
it?
We must not hire nobody. We must not have no black businesses. Like we just
Yes, yes,
But
you have.
but
That's
that's
how you
not.
You
get
ain't know black
oppressive.
people
we're
don't
just
have time.
desolate. I
You
I
don't
don't
Yes,
Ho-
how
know.
are you not missing the
Hotep, it's not
oppression?
about.
Nobody uses that
who's
word. You
those
can
are micro. What
oppress
you're
another
It's
discussing
not
group of
micro.
about using the
people,
word. It's it's
but
racist regardless.
that's
My
what's
job don't
behind it.
hire non-black people. That's racist, and I don't give a fuck. I'm
Yes,
not
you're right.
offended by
It
the
is
word
racist.
racism, and I don't allow white people to own racism. I do not allow them to own that. I don't allow them to own the belief that they're
You shouldn't
superior. I
say
do
that
not allow them
on
to own
recorded
the
space.
idea that
Yeah,
the
Yes,
delete the
we all
recording.
self-preservation
can
tactics
believe
will
But make
that,
sure
be.
you
but
delete the
Only
Hotep,
time we
you
delete the
have
have
recording.
to
to.
agree
recording.
But
on
if
a
you're
group with us, Hotep, is when we need to take pictures. I
Well,
Yeah,
never
make
seen
sure
Delete
you
the
that.
take
but
recording.
in
Wait, what
pictures.
you said,
reality,
Jelly?
like
deleting
that's
them
not
though.
how it
Hold on,
works.
Hotep, delete it.
Why I
make
gotta
sure you
delete the
did
recording?
because you
Don't
just
say that where
said
you
something
work.
that
Yeah,
could
don't
you
say that.
yeah. No, yeah, that was
These
crazy.
people don't know where I goddamn work.
No, it don't. They
Still,
no, no,
still,
no, no,
just
But
no.
like,
Don't
yeah.
delete the recording,
y'all
bro.
never
You
seen
you
that?
made a
I wouldn't be
mistake
fuck.
there.
I
Y'all
wouldn't be
never
I could
seen
doing
that
that.
never lose my
experiment?
job.
Wait, hold on.
So
Y'all
I
No,
never
got
no,
that
no.
bitch
But
seen?
you
through.
can
I
get
got that bitch through
your job.
nepotism. Y'all not taking
You
that from me.
no.
Yeah.
But you can get your
Y'all
job bankrupted though
Never.
because you just said
that
something that was very incriminating.
no, she
Yeah,
didn't.
just
Racially
don't.
No,
incriminating.
she didn't. She's
What?
standing on that. She's standing on that. Okay. Y'all ever seen that
Nigga,
experiment? Y'all ever
what?
seen that experiment?
All right,
We got
well,
like less than 20
that's
employees.
y'all
It's not
being
even that
cap. No,
serious.
no, no, it is that serious though. Y'all, that's not smart. Y'all not being smart or objective about this.
Okay, well,
Well, we don't.
I'm
We
not the
already don't
hiring
get the funding.
manager.
It
So
don't
if they
fucking
want to
matter.
talk to my boss, then they could do that.
But
And
y'all
he
ever
can
seen
answer
that
the
experiment?
questions.
Y'all ever seen that experiment where it's a bunch of bonobos in a room,
A
and they
bunch of
put
what?
a bunch of bonobos.
I think
There,
what the issue is that like
there.
the
But hold on,
disagreement
I'm
y'all are
talking.
having
Hold on, hold
is
on. And so what they do is every day they introduce a new bonobo into the room, and there's this string attached. If you pull the string, it will rain on the entire room. And so when new bonobos come in the room, when they try to play on the string because they're bonobos, everybody in the room beats their ass. Right. And then they stop pulling the string. And eventually what happened in the experiment is that nobody pulled the string because they never saw nobody else pull the string. And then the one time they did see it, somebody got beat up and violence occurred, so nobody ever tests the string again, even though the string is how they left the room, you know? And the reason that I'm asking y'all if I ever seen this experiment is because I kind of feel like that's the situation that we're under right now, where we scared to touch the string.
Now, comparing us to a monkey experiment is anti-black.
Well,
Hotel. I think the difference in what y'all
But
talking about is microaggression.
did that change the validity of what I just said, though?
no,
Because right
I
now we're
was,
scared to touch
but
the
I was
string.
just trolling.
She was joking. She was joking. Hotel. I think the difference in what y'all talking about is microaggressions and systemic oppression. So black people can
Oh, I
constitute
know the difference.
microaggression.
I
Now
know
we're
the
moving the
difference. I know the
goalpost
No, I
difference.
don't
again.
think.
I know the difference, and that's why I think we have things like adjectives to describe them. Okay, I know the difference.
So it's
I'm just saying.
Systemic
So
racism. I know the difference. Okay, please don't do that. Let's just
well,
let
how come
JoJo
you're not
go.
accepting that is
Let's.
that you can be racist though?
You said
Like, but
what?
just not in the same way.
I agree with that though.
Oh, okay.
But
I,
I
I don't
Sounds
agree
like
also
with
we
that.
found the
I
ground.
agree with that to a certain extent is what
Yeah, I
I'll
don't agree
say.
with that. We can be
I don't
racist in
agree
any
with
way
that
we want to.
fully. I just agree with that kinda.
It's almost like yeah, it's almost like because y'all don't this. I think this is the difference. White people have taken out time to ensure that their racism will stay in play even without an active player.
Systemic.
And
Yep.
we're calling that like we're saying that because we don't do that same thing, we can't be racist. Because
Yeah,
we
you
don't
can
do
be
that same
oppressive.
thing. Now, this is what I would run. This is what I would up the ante to
We
be.
don't try to be.
We
Because
can
we
do it.
don't
It's just on
because
such a
we don't
small
do
level.
that same thing, we are not competing well within the world. I'll raise it and say
Exactly.
that.
But that's the difference. Systemic means complete. Like we can
We
definitely
know what
be
systemic means.
in.
I do.
I'm not saying you didn't, but we can definitely be racist, but it's on such a small scale that it only affects
But it's
Oh
someone
my
else
only on
god,
a
then
small.
you
But
But
niggas
this
I
is
are
even think
fucking
it
white
could be bigger than
washed. You
microaggressions. Like
niggas
I
are
think
Yeah,
white
you can
microaggressions is
cost
a
supremacists,
somebody
bro,
small.
in black
opportunities. I
bodies.
think you can refuse them service. I think you can refuse them work.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I think
that's
you
how
can
you oppress
You
safeguard.
them.
I think
niggas
you can
are white
safeguard who lives
supremacists.
around you. I think you can
Yep.
like
Yep.
all of that shit. So
Yes.
so
That's
I don't know. I think it's more than microaggressions, but we gotta let
You
JoJo go because
you
this
niggas are
her
white
space.
supremacists in black bodies.
They call black white supremacists, Taji. I call them black white supremacists. Go ahead, JoJo.
I mean, we just live in
I just call
reality.
it as graham crackers and keep it moving.
Man, y'all niggas be so miserable. Y'all let the white man beat the fuck out y'all,
JoJo.
bro. My bad, JoJo. I can't hear her.
Come
She
on,
talking.
come on. Not on JoJo. Not on JoJo.
Hey y'all. So, um, the only thing that I be having to say to like, the statement that it just depend. I mean, it doesn't. How much does like our racism, affect other people? It don't really matter if it's not like this same scale that we feel it's given towards us. It just matters that it can exist at all. Um, and I don't know. It's just like people always put this power part on it that's like kind of been made up in the last few years, and but then we'll, in the same conversations, we'll say stuff like, and the Asians be so racist, and the Latinos be so racist, and everyone be so racist. Everybody, even Haitians get to be racist, or um so it just be like it just is, it's not a real argument. The
I
other
think
thing I'll
that's
say.
purposely done because
Hold
racists
on,
have
real
two
fast.
def.
Hold on. Hey, JoJo will never be interrupted in this motherfucker. Let JoJo finish. JoJo is AQ. This is her group. This is her space. So she gotta be heard. Period.
But like even to
On
that point with there's two definitions, it's like, okay, it'll be a conversation about racism, and then people will be like, but remember the systemic though. And it's like, but I don't be understanding that part, because we already know about the systemic part. If we're talking about a conversation of can black people be racist, is no real point to bring in the other one. Because again, all these other brown minorities get to be racist towards white people and towards black people, and they get all this whatever, but they're not the top percentage of the population. They don't have all this institutional power. um but to that other conversation when y'all was in that other room, it's just like people don't understand. People get so caught up in white people and what they got going on that they'll ignore the things that white people actually do, like that regular white people do. Regular white people, they get grants, they have institutions that they have to go through the government for. Like all of that is just using what you have in the country. But y'all are so caught up in, oh, it's all these white people in the system or whatever. It's just like, well, that doesn't really mean anything, because the US government entity is not the regular white people that y'all talking about. um I don't know. It just be, I don't feel like the black community is in this turmoil that everyone wants to talk about, because I bet you, like in all of y'all's family, y'all know somebody who got their own business. Y'all know people that work for black people. Like, I'm sure that you be in places that are predominantly black, whatever. But I don't know. Y'all are just acting like black people don't have institutions of their own.
They think that the institutions got to be as big as the United States government.
Right.
Or
It's like, no, you just use those things to fund whatever you have. Like I always say, my mom owns a preschool, and she's really connected to really all the black women who own preschools in St. Louis. And it's just like, it's hellas of them. So
they
that
say not a,
alone is a whole, that alone is a really, really big industry. Early childhood education. Like, stop playing. And y'all want to act like people don't have hands in the community that they live in. You're naturally gonna do that.
See, no,
they don't
I
think
was
that's not.
told per the
They
last
don't. They
room.
don't count that as an institution. The daycare not an institution. Neither is the conglomerate of daycare owners. That don't
That's
count.
what
It's
I
not
was
the
told,
It's
JoJo.
the
That
American
stuff didn't
government.
count.
And see, and the lack of care for that is the reason why these daycares be having baby fight clubs and all this bull stuff, because you act like it ain't important.
Hold on, baby fight
It's the
club.
reason why they saying we don't got no
Yeah,
power.
That's
yeah.
funny though.
It's crazy. Like one year we got a whole influx of kids that was coming from centers where the teachers, they was like putting hot sauce in their mouths because they weren't being quiet. They were abusing the
Ah,
babies. Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, and so they the same thing when I had mentioned like the black doulas partnering with some of the nurses that I know, like and stuff like that. They said that that's not an institution, and how many black people does that really help? I said what?
What, being a doula?
yes,
Yeah,
girl.
and it's like that's why I keep saying the black community is not ready to be like we're not ready to be successful because we're not ready to be responsible for our failures. That's what I mean when
We're
I
not
say that.
ready to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody just we always have to have this thing to blame, so it like keeps you from, just doing what you got to do for yourself.
And it's like we do
Let's
have a
let
thing
it
to
go.
blame. So because no, Art needs to prove to us that he black.
No, we're gonna let Chet go real fast because
Oh,
I
I
don't
thought
want
you
to hear
said
that
Art. I
shit.
thought you said Art.
No.
Art, man, I don't even know why this nigga exists no more at this point, bro. This nigga
Let's
done
just
been
let
picked.
Chet go.
This nigga done been digged up and died again.
I know you're not talking about you and your anecdotal evidence. That's all you can provide. Like if I
Nigga,
wanted
you
to
don't
answer,
even know what an antidote.
All right, we not about to
I'm just
do
saying
this
if I
because we
wanted an
all saw.
anecdotal bot.
Ah. We not about to do this shit right now. We all saw what happened. The space is recorded, and y'all don't want me to give the official recount of what actually happened, nigga. So I suggest we chill out on that conversation and let's let Chet go.
Yes, we.
Chet, is you there?
Yes, we do. We do
I
like
forgot what I
we
was gonna
would like
say.
that recap.
I called on you earlier and you didn't say nothing.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm finna eat, man. I'm starving.
Me too. I think I'm about to make some steak and eggs for real and sweet potatoes
I think I'm gonna put some turkey wings on the grill.
with my sister.
Why did I just eat
Pretty
steak and
good. That sounds pretty
eggs?
good. But it's like we
Yeah, I
do
fuck.
have a team,
Go
but
ahead,
we
John.
gotta. Y'all hear me? We do
Yeah,
like the system. It like white supremacy is at fault for some of the things that are happening to us, and I
sure.
think in 2023 we have been conditioned. Like I would say we've been conditioned in the past 40 years to we done been so conditioned in the past 40 years that things that were white supremacy fault are now our fault. So even though it is white supremacy fault because it's now our fault, like it's like a convoluted sandwich, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we are at a place where this is leaning a little more on us. Especially when it comes to the
Yeah,
education
and people.
system, because y'all, all you have to do is go to the school board. You just go to the meeting. And we just keep acting like the school board is attacking us. And then also, what a couple months ago I had put up a tweet that says, it was like, what do we need to say about education and blah 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 blah, like one of those, what would you say about this? And I had said that black parents need to teach their children how to learn before they send them to school.
I've been
Y'all, they
saying
told me
that.
that shit was anti-black. I said, you black bitches need to go back to the playing fucking station. Cause
What?
ain't no goddamn way me telling you to tell your kids to learn, to teach them how to learn is indoctrinating white supremacy. That just is not true.
And because they really need that shit so bad. I'm telling you, like when I got to college and I took my first rhetoric class, I was like, oh, so this is a real thing. Like
And
this is what they call brainwashing.
no, for real. And but to Juicy's first point, it's like people will try and work that into a conversation like this as if black people haven't like had businesses since they've been able to. Like it's all every it's like the civil rights and all of this white supremacy talk, it it makes people forget that we've been okay. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, again, we don't have the Walmarts, we don't have the US banks and stuff like that, but the Black Wall Street that everybody likes to reference, like that was not the only place that be having black businesses. People have
We
always
be, we
had
be
the stuff.
comparing ourselves to monuments of late stage capitalism.
Yes, yes, and it's so stupid because it's like mom and pop like runs the working class.
Hello.
But
Actually, no, Walmart and them do, like large corporations.
I'm saying that you're never gonna see a place with no mom and pop stuff. Like, yeah, Walmart is a big corporation, but at the same time, it's
You
like,
might get a town without a
again,
Walmart, but you ain't gonna get no town without a mom and pop shop.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
they usually only employ like one or two people.
Yeah, that is true. But usually in towns where there's no
great.
Walmart, usually in towns where there's no Walmart, there's like hella mom and pop shops. So like you really be like family employed and shit like that.
Literally, like going to school in a small town, it's like, yeah, people went to the Walmart, but that's because of convenience. Like, but anything else that you would have needed, I'm sure it's in the town. Like they were adding things to the town, but before that got there, people were doing just fine. They were just adding things that big cities had. And then it was actually
Again,
the
comparing
townspeople.
ourselves to monuments of late stage capitalism.
Can I ask you guys a question?
like
Absolutely.
like take
Thank you.
pride in
I,
your
I
stuff.
just I've made posts similar to what I think Jelly has posted about with like just giving Black people agency and responsibility of their own to handle their own issues, and you get met with such vitriol when you say things like that, and
God.
I wonder what you guys' opinion on it, why that is, like do you think so? My opinion has been that I think when you say that, it's a hard look in the mirror to
Yeah.
say, oh wow, look at all of these faults and problems, and this is actually at least in large part, if not entirely, my fault.
Yep.
And then to say not only that, but then it's like, well, if it's my fault, it's my job to fix it. And then it might be scary to think, oh shit, well maybe I can't actually do this stuff. I am not capable. I'm not fit. I don't have the skill set needed to do it. I think because I don't see why else you would get mad at that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because like I say this to people all the time, and I'm like, they're like, oh, you're racist, you're anti-black, and I'm just like, how am I anti-black for believing Black people have the power to fix their
For
own problems?
believing in us.
Yeah, I'm like, I
Well, the reason
believe in
that
your
that
ability
is
to fix
like
your problems. I believe that you made your own bed by and large, not entirely, of course. Of course, it's complicated, but a lot of the stuff that I talk about, like for example, the reading levels for a lot of Black kids, or like the homicide. Like I'm like, that is like, you can control that. Like nobody's forcing you to not read. Nobody's forcing you to kill people. So I'm like, why is it racist for me to think that? I mean, obviously, I guess because I think in their mind it's like, well, if you think it's their fault, that means you think that they're inferior. And I'm like, why would you go there? I mean, maybe
What?
people. Yes, that's what people say to me. Like, I get this in my mentions all the time. Like, the second you take the blame off of white people, then it means that you're saying something is inherently flawed about Black people. And I'm like,
But I feel like that's
But
so
I mean,
ironic, isn't it? Because like turning around and being like, "Oh, white people have all the power, black people have no power." That sounds like an inferiority complex to
that's what
me.
exactly.
yeah.
No,
So
exactly. That's what I'm
literally
saying. So
saying,
like, that's why
if
I'm
you say
asking
that
y'all,
black
like,
people do
what
not have the power to be racist, you are saying that we are inferior. If you
Yeah.
are
exactly,
saying that, like,
but
exactly.
you
if you
can
are
be
saying that
racist.
wait, hold on. If you are saying that our children do not have the capacity to compete with between SAT scores, you are saying our children are inferior.
Our
Inferior,
yeah.
yeah. And it's
It's
like,
not
why
real.
do I have to be racist or anti-black or self-hating to think that we don't need special handouts from whites? We just need a fair playing field. All I want is a fair playing field. I don't want to be discriminated against because I'm Black, but I don't think I need any special handouts or assistance in order to just at least have a modest life. I don't believe in comparing groups. Like I don't need to look and see, oh well, how are they doing financially compared to my group? As long as my group has the opportunity to live the way they want to. If Black people want to party and blow their money and never match generational wealth, I don't care. Like if they're fine with that, go do. This is the free country. Do what you want to do. Like I don't need to compare the groups,
But
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 the
don't you think that
opportunity.
Now, but
sounds good?
I do think that
Nah.
we need to compare the groups. Like I'm a competitor. I'm a naturally competitive person. Why? Because I'm
Understandable.
also a winner. So I believe in competition because I believe that it breeds a spirit of being able to excel. If how are black like if black people, how do we know that we them niggas if we never test it? That's why
Well,
like coming
So
in here and being
everybody says this, but we keep not knowing how to implement it on a grand scale. Like, yes, we know that we're
men.
capable. Yes, we know that we have this and we need the level playing field, but there's no actual concrete ways of getting there
so
without like everybody keeps
Without wait,
giving
hold on,
this
without
Without
great
what?
what?
grand gesture, but leaving out all of the important
Without
stuff
what?
where it's hard to like implement it on a grand scale because when they did, I mean, that shit was bomb to shit. So, like, yes,
but it's
But
so
this
I
that's
think
how
sounds
it's
you
great to
know
I
me.
That
already
I'm just
got
wasn't.
I
on a
already know
real
the
big
answer. I
scale.
already know
Why
how to
haven't we
do it.
done it
But that
yet?
wasn't the only place. Like y'all
I'm
want to act like
26.
I was
like
just
all the
using that
eggs
as an
were
example, but
the
yes,
entire.
that sounds great. But what how do we get there then
I
without
think what
needing
I think we're
their
expecting it.
systemic handouts?
I think we're expecting it too quickly.
Oh, if that's the case,
On
then yeah.
God,
So I think
I
we're
No,
think
like
we're
getting
you
there
think that
expecting
this
now.
it.
is just
So
some
I
yes,
think
quick
we're
fix and
expecting
oh,
it
we're gonna be on
we
it
have
unreal
to follow
immediately.
you.
speed.
We
I
Nah, I
agree,
think
and
expecting
I
I
think
agree
niggas
that
is
we
expecting
okay,
that
expecting
shit
that shit
without doing
way
shit
too
for it.
soon.
okay.
After
Hold, hold
No,
on.
okay, that's
after we
yep.
assimilated, nah, y'all done sat here, y'all done assimilated and integrated. Now y'all
Okay,
turn around asking for something else. Fuck no.
yes, I
It's
agree.
entirely too soon.
Okay,
You
then
have
yes.
to have the
Oh, because I keep
philosophy.
wondering like why people think that we haven't done it yet. When it's like, man, we can't just. It's not gonna
We
happen overnight.
did, we gave it away.
No, not
Well,
really.
first off,
We gave it away.
Yeah,
there are
because the
no clear
moment, like,
well
you know,
That's like
hindsight
trying to
is
trap
always
That's
without
not
getting
there
even
are no
robbed.
clear
provable.
It ain't
objectives.
gonna work.
That's
Okay.
not even
hindsight. Hold
provable.
on, hindsight is always
But hold on
2020.
though,
But like we
there are
Hold
no
on,
sat
let
clear
and
Princess
objectives.
finish.
we
My bad.
hindsight is 2020. But we sat in coffee shops to be able to sit to be able to eat with these people. We got dogs sicked on our kids to be able to go to school with them. So like what Hotep is saying is that we sat and fought for integration because the leaders either they thought that that was right or they were told that that was right or whatever, they said that it was right. And so to reverse that within the same generation, Ruby Bridges is the same age as my grandma, so like that is very quick. And
Hella
so
quick.
for black people to like honestly we have a self-esteem problem, and I feel like the goal like everybody wants it to look like Emerald City when we get there and all this and that instead of like using what
And
we already have. Again, I'm sure most of you, a lot of people in here always talk about how they went to school. Like black people are way more progressed than they want to give credit for. Like there's always going to be a lower class. It's poor whites too. So though like people who don't have opportunities don't count in this conversation because it's inevitable. So it seems like for the most part people be educated, people be small business owners, people be living within their community, doing within their community. People need to give up this idea of the culture. That's what has us all thinking that we can't do whatever we need to do. I don't know. It is many reasons why black people try and keep themselves down, and I think it's what Juicy was saying. With the afraid of failure and not having nobody to blame. But we're not that far off from Tulsa, Oklahoma. How many times do people talk about Atlanta being the mecca and all this stuff? Like it be black areas everywhere.
And I feel like it can
Literally
be
everywhere.
scary because when
Fuck Atlanta.
in the civil rights era, like that was just taking a chance to see like what happens. Like no one knew
That's a
what it
big
was gonna
Nah,
look
this
fuck
like
crazy.
no.
to like get here. So I don't know. It's just it's
Um,
trial and error.
And that's no
Somebody
taking
who
it back.
said something about the competition part, I think part of that competition, like, so for example, if you understand averages and statistics, right? Like, if you get, let's say you get a bunch of A's on your test, but then you get 1 0, your average is going to go down, right? And so when you're comparing our averages to other averages, one of the biggest things that we have that other groups don't have is a lower class that we refuse to ostracize. Like, I think you guys all sound intelligent and like you have level heads. I think other groups do a better job of saying, oh, we don't really associate with those people. Like the Mexicans, I know they don't associate with they don't associate with the cartel that much. They love when they get arrested. They're like, please, the Mexican border is filled with Mexicans trying to stop the bummy Mexicans from coming in. White people don't fuck with the white trash. Us, we fuck with our worst. And I feel like that's, if you were to just say, like, if all the same black people were to be like, all right, we don't fuck with this part, and then you look at the black averages and you just kind of exclude the people who's bringing it down with all the crime and the laziness or whatever, and we took them out, our average would be a lot closer, I think, to other groups. And I think that's part of
Baby,
the
I'm gonna
problem for
let you
why
have
we
it right
can't.
after this. The reason that shit is funny because in AQ, like, I don't know. We are like that a little bit. I'm not. I feel like Jelly is, Taji is, like they're kind of like that. They do try to distance themselves from like the lower class or whatever, or the degenerates or whatever, or what have you, or like the undesirables of the group. But the problem with this is that degeneracy is the face of blackness. So when you be like, "Oh,
I
I'm
hang out
not,"
with hood niggas all the time
hold
though.
on, hold
Man,
on.
what the fuck
No,
you
but
just
hold
say?
on, listen. Not
We take the
actually.
hood
What?
more seriously than
Jelly,
you.
I don't know
hold on.
what the fuck you
Hold the
talking about,
fuck
Hotep.
up. Well, then shut the fuck up then. Shut the fuck up then. And let me goddamn finish, nigga.
Oh yeah, she only talking to you.
So anyway, I was talking to Taji. But I was also telling you to hurry up. But right then I was talking to just Taji. But anyway, colloquially, not actually, not to me, of course, not to me, but degeneracy is the face of blackness. So when you try to distance yourself from that, motherfuckers turn around and be like, "Oh, you anti-black. Oh, you're being this, you're being that." They literally say it's anti-black to be fat phobic because they associate fatness with blackness. Like that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Because degeneracy is associated with blackness, it be made difficult to separate ourselves from that type of shit because that's
You
us.
know what's
That's
The
supposed to be
whole
crazy?
time we just
we're
thick as
supposed to be the
hell.
trash can, y'all. We're like that's what
Yeah.
society wants us to be. We're supposed to be the trash can. We're supposed to take all the leftovers. We're supposed to take the biracials. We're supposed to take the
Hold
trannies and the
on. What the
gays.
fuck?
You know what's
I
crazy?
knew it.
Every time you say that shit about
Me
fat
too,
folk and
JoJo.
being anti-black, that shit just pissed me off so bad. I just want to get all the big black
Yeah,
bitches
it's
in
like
the
why is
room
it
and
anti-black
just say, "How dare you, hoes?"
say don't twerk on that man nice furniture at brunch?
It's because there's so many of us, and it's an unintentional
They
it's an
want to act
But
like
it's
unintentional
not
gang.
so
acknowledgement.
many of us.
It's an
But I think
unintentional
that's kind of where
acknowledgement that
the
Like
we
why is it
confusion come in.
disproportionately.
anti-black
Do
to say
not.
don't twerk at the red lights?
It
What
shouldn't be,
What are we
but it's
supposed to be calling you?
me.
Yeah.
You can call me Lift. Don't at me. What
Okay.
any version
But
of my
Liv,
name is fine.
that's like the fucked up thing is like it's not so many of us. We be talking about 2 million black people as if they are the 50 million of us.
Sure,
It's
sure, but
only
it's
2 million of
disproportionate
their
though.
ass.
It's disproportionate though. That's what I'm saying. Like we've allowed this sort of thing to fester for so long that it's become a norm. And like if you don't have rules around it, like people are gonna feel more comfortable being degenerate than they
Can
should
I?
be
Can
when
I?
you don't face any social consequences. You know, like
Hey,
if there's
Yeah,
no
because that's
can
social
we have a
obviously
I'm
what
not.
dialogue?
race
If
is for.
He
I'm
was
trying to hear
supposed to
your
let
Sorry,
last
Davy
Davy.
go.
sentiment and pass it to you.
Let
what'd
Davy
you
get in
what,
there.
what'd you say?
No, I was just trying to hear your last sentiment and then
Oh
pass it
yeah,
to
I'm
Davy.
saying that when you don't have those sort of when you don't have any social consequences for that behavior, and in fact you actually get praised for it. I mean, think how much praise Meg Thee Stallion gets for twerking.
Not too much.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah,
Me
not
I'm
too
personally,
not
much.
so
I'm from Houston.
yeah. Cause
I'm
I done
not
seen
mad at the
y'all
fact that
favorites
it
for the
exists.
gym
I'm not mad the
sponsorship.
fact I'm not
So
mad that it exists. Like people should have room to have fun and do things. I'm not mad that it exists, but I'm just saying when there's no social consequences for it, it spreads more. And so although it's not the majority of black people compared to other groups, we have a disproportionate amount of ours that do that. And then so you notice that, and then if you're like, oh, this is the thing that we stick out on and you're calling it bad, now you look anti-black.
Hey man,
I
what's
don't think
good?
it's more of us. I
What's
think it's
I'll
just
go back
louder.
up to
It's not
what's
more. It's
what's
certainly not more in total.
what's good, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, Davy? You sound crazy.
Ladies, happy new year. I think that all of y'all are beautiful representations of our community. And I love and respect y'all to the utmost. My brothers who are in the space, man, I wish that everything that we've spoken about, your dreams and aspirations, materialize in this 24 year that we have going on. For the bitch niggas, I hope that you die with a bullet to your face or between your eyes. Um, and I mean that with all my heart, man. And ladies, if y'all man has not told y'all that y'all are beautiful today, you should dump that nigga, because I think y'all are beautiful representations in thoughts, words, and in actions. And I would wonder why you would be the first one to laugh, because I definitely got to
I
come
told my
stage and
shorty
come
she was
speak
beautiful
with you.
today.
What's good, gang? What's good? And that's what you're supposed to do. You feel me? That's what you're supposed to do. Because when a lot of people start talking about what is the majority representation for our community, I wonder where they learned that from. Did you learn that in school? Did you learn that off of TV? Or did you learn that in your own neighborhood? Everything that you just said, gang. Which one?
You talking to me?
He
Yeah.
sound like he coming from Davy Jones' locker.
Hold on, hold
Miss
on, hold
Mister,
on. Who
Hey,
I
y'all?
hope you ain't
Who?
talking to Mister Incidental Evidence, because Taji ain't gonna do nothing but
Man,
incidental.
why is
hey,
you?
get
Why?
your
Wait,
ass locked
why is
up
you
in the
playing with
locker.
me,
Hold
bro?
on, man. Let
Why
me
is you
can
playing with
I
me,
can't
bro?
cook on the
Don't
first
do
day of
that,
the
man.
year. Man, I'm not gonna cap, bro. I
Don't
got
do that,
ribs
bro.
in
It's
the
a whole new
oven.
year,
I done
nigga. Do I
made
gotta
some
bury
dirty
your ass
rice. I
again?
got the greens. I
What
got
the
the
fuck?
black eyed peas and
Nigga,
snap
don't
the
come
shit.
off
Bro,
your
I'm already
fucking mic
cooking.
Get
while
I'm
I'm
you.
in this
cooked.
bitch. The fuck wrong with you,
Is y'all niggas
nigga?
cool?
Davey, were you
This
talking to
nigga
me?
Art
Yeah, I'm
crazy as
talking to
fuck.
you, gang. I'm talking to
You
you.
said why do I
Hotep,
think okay,
No,
so
no, no, no. I didn't ask
Who
you that.
that?
I didn't
that's
ask you
Cam.
why did you think that. I
What's up?
asked you where
Hold
did
on.
you get. Go ahead. I'm sorry, miss. Go
No, no,
ahead.
you got
Go
it,
for it.
Davy. No, you
No,
got it,
you
Davy. Go
got
ahead.
it for sure. Please end your point.
Nah, don't
Please.
I
listen to
mean
On
that.
my
let him
mama.
I don't mind answering his
You
question. Go
just
ahead and
got
make
on
your
the
point,
stage and
King.
you
And it
begging me
don't
to
matter
finish.
that I
Shut the
just got
fuck
up
up.
here. I'm up here now. So what the
Shut the
problem
fuck up.
is?
Shut
Finish
up.
up.
I mean,
Old ass
this is
nigga.
my
All
Finish
idea.
right,
up.
all
Shut the
This
right.
fuck
is
up.
my idea of degeneracy right here.
Hold on, hold on,
Uh,
hold on. We've been chilling. We was
They're
chilling. We
talking.
gonna go back to chilling.
All right, because now the Filipino here.
And this nigga Art got me fucked up, bro. Don't ever come off your
Yeah.
mic talking to me
Now,
crazy
What
again,
answer?
Hotep,
They're
bro.
don't do
I
that no
swear
Art,
to
more,
God,
Art
you ain't
know,
Hotep.
shit.
Art know what he need to do. Art need to prove that we black. Cause here at the AQ, if you not black, we don't let you speak on black people topic.
he black. You
Yeah, that
said
he
we.
black.
You said
He
we.
need to prove to. Oh, okay. He need. We know we black at least. But Art, you need to prove to us that you black. Cause
Hotep,
now
don't
that
do
you
that.
ducking,
I was just
now that
trolling.
cause
I really don't know what you are. You just look like
Nah,
a
here,
Filipino
nigga.
for real. Oh.
Man, he a
I
goofy.
was
That's
just
what he
trolling
is.
you. I
Like
was just
AQ.
trolling you.
Fuck wrong with
Oh,
this
I'm
nigga.
okay.
trying to figure out what makes up that classification.
Don't
oh
the
worry,
Lord,
Davey
classification
over
of
Bruh,
here.
bruh, sit
degeneracy.
there and eat your fucking
Davey
donuts,
want to
loser.
go give a whole scroll like he the nigga of nigga nations and shit. The fuck? Hurry up, Davey. We tired of you. Hurry up.
Man,
You
shut
know,
your
I
bitch
mean,
ass up.
Davy's
You don't even
doing
know who the
fine.
fuck I
Davy's
am,
doing
cuz.
fine.
I swear to
Hurry
God,
up.
somebody like you in my city would
Yeah,
get your
yeah.
shit pushed
Somebody
back,
like me.
nigga.
Somebody
The
like
fuck you
me.
thought it
Hurry
not
up.
was,
your
Hurry up.
nigga?
mother
Hurry
cat
up.
pulled back.
Hurry
You
up.
already
hey,
got some
hold
oatmeal
on.
cookies.
Can I
You
answer the
internet
question real
ass
quick?
fuck niggas. Hey, I'm not playing with these internet fuck niggas in
Yeah, you ain't
2024,
gonna
bro.
do
I
shit
swear to
about it
God.
though.
Shut
Bye.
your
Davey,
bitch ass
What
up,
is
bro.
you
You ain't
gonna
gonna
do?
do
You
shit
don't
about
gotta
Shut
it
your
tell
though.
me,
bitch
Bye.
nigga.
ass
It's
up, bro.
nothing you can do, nigga. It's
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh God, that's not what we about to do. It's too early. Well, it is 1:21. Okay, it's not that
First
early.
oatmeal cookies in 2024.
can I answer his question?
Yeah.
Um,
Them shits were banging.
so as far as the degeneracy thing goes, I try to base my opinions on whatever the most relevant data can give me says.
Okay.
But
Hotep,
So,
be,
you
so
know
let's
how I
wait
feel.
right there.
Damn,
Hey,
y'all.
bro, shut your
Damn.
bitch ass up, nigga.
What's going on? You know who you sound like just now? You said that, David. Black greatness. You never want to sound
Yo,
like that.
fuck
Hotep,
that bitch
how I
nigga
feel,
too, bro.
Hotep.
Don't ever compare me to none of these niggas, bro.
That's how
And
you
what you talking
sounded
about? What
just
I
now,
do, nigga?
yelling
I
like
drop
that.
your.
That's how you sounded yelling just like that. You
Why
let's
you gonna
let
compare
Davy
the man
finish,
to the
y'all.
devil?
Let's let Davy finish.
Lucifer,
Yeah, bro. I'm dead ass
bitch.
having a conversation with
Lucifer,
this man, and y'all
bitch.
let this
Lucifer.
spick
Y'all
up
are
with
so
a
silly.
motherfucking.
Y'all are not about to
Shut
bastardize
up,
my
ho. Shut
space.
up.
Yeah,
This
and like
nigga over
I'm
here.
like
Y'all
still
not
trying
about
to
to
get
bastardize my
over a
space.
fucking
On God, I'll
hangover,
drop your whole
and
ass.
y'all
I
was
don't give a
having a
fuck
good
who you are.
You
conversation.
had some Pedialyte.
On God, we was having.
Dude, I just got a Gatorade and that's not fucking working.
You
You gotta
Like,
get
sick?
you a Pedialyte.
You
bitch, I'm
sick?
hungover.
Oh, dog.
Like,
And
the
you know what you
fuck?
gotta do? You gotta take that. You gotta take that shot and drink that
Bitch, a
Pedialyte.
shot? Bitch, I ain't taking
Yeah,
shit.
that's the
I ain't
hair of
taking
the
no
dog.
motherfucking
Nah,
shot.
y'all kind of tweaking. Ain't none of
That's
that.
Yeah.
the hair of the dog.
Drink
Hey,
you
bro,
some
for
Okay.
real.
cold
Let's
ass
get
Get
more
more
water.
conversation,
I
specific.
bro.
did.
That's all.
I
Drink
That,
you some
Babe, I
cold ass water.
did.
Take
I
you some
did.
BCs.
Okay, I'm like, should I take a BC? Because I've been
Yeah, go
drinking water.
take
I've been
take
drinking
like two of
Gatorade.
them
And
bitches.
eat some Waffle House.
Okay, I
Nah,
got some
don't eat
food. I
that
got some
shit.
food on the coming on the way. So
Yeah, if you go to a restaurant, it's
No,
gonna
just try
be
your BC
nauseous.
and eat your food. You'll be good.
okay,
Yeah, sit in the sun.
y'all.
If it's sun coming through your
Okay,
window, sit
Hotep,
in the
I
It
sun.
love
is.
you. I'm about
We
to
got some
bye.
sun over here, so
All
it's
right,
good.
yeah, me too. All
Nah,
right.
eat some cucumbers.
does anyone find it ironic that someone
All right,
came to me and
Hotep.
questioned my views
You got
on
my heart. Bye.
why
I'm
we have
gone.
so much degeneracy, but that same person is someone who wished a bullet between people's eyes and started
yeah,
spazzing on
because
them?
some of y'all need to die. You just was
Murderous and
talking about
degenerate.
separating from the degeneracy, right? So now now you're countering your own point, and that was what I was going to example. You're that example because I want some of these people who are misrepresentations of our community. I want them off of the face of the planet. But once I say that, you want to sit there and call me one of those same degenerates. Now
Wait,
I'm
who are these
asking you
people
the
that you
very
want off
first
the
question.
face
And I
of the
said
Hold
I
on, slow
wanted that
down.
against all
Slow
degenerate youth,
down, bro.
period,
Why is everybody
bro.
fucking coming off the mic while I'm talking, cuz?
All right,
That's
nigga.
why I
You
asked
was
you the
chilling when you
question.
got in here.
I mean, you
Yeah,
just
Holy
cut
no.
me off.
fuck, bro. That's
You
why
just
I asked
cut
you
Just
the
me
tap
off,
back
question.
bro.
in.
Where did you, oh my God,
All
where
right,
did
so
you get,
David, let's have a calmer conversation. Who
holy
would you
fuck,
want? Who
I
are
am calm. What the fuck is going on, cuz? What
well?
are
Who
y'all
are
Bro,
talking
the
about right now?
All right,
people
hold
that?
on. Just y'all, just let Davy finish real fast. Just let
I
him
know I
finish.
just got one question for the nigga. God God
Okay, well, we gonna have a space called "If Black People Had Their Community, How Tough Would They Be on Crime?" Because I want to know. But you can ask your question, Jelly.
damn. Wait, what was the answer that we got first? That they would do it. That they would lessen the charges for crack.
Oh, don't forget, Blackson said rape shouldn't be illegal. So
Yeah, we in here uncomfortable.
And
I
don't
mean,
you
you could
ever
just
I'm
look at
compare
all
her
the
scared.
black
fuck
countries.
nigga again, bro. Swear to God, bro. Don't ever do that, bro.
Yes, sir. The black man is king. Go ahead and finish.
And ain't nobody talking about no lesson, no crime. Bro, I'm for death penalty for a lot of the fuck shit that be going on. Okay, so can I please have this conversation with this little nigga? Cause like, swear to God,
Let's go.
everybody got
Let's
a
go.
question now that I'm sitting here talking
Ignore them.
next.
Let's go.
Where did
Let's go.
where did so this is my thing. Where did you get your general stance from when it comes down to when it comes down to the black community? And that'll tell you why people were calling you anti-black, fam.
What general stance are you referring to? Like that's a really broad
Okay,
question.
from what you said earlier, that the majority of our representation is degenerate.
I never said that. That's not what I said. I said that we have a disproportionate amount of degenerates. That
Okay,
means, for example, if
and then
every
you
other
stated that we
population,
still
if
you
no,
stated that we
let me
still
explain myself so you
associate
don't
with
wonder what
them
I'm
and we
saying.
accept it, right?
No, let me just explain myself so you don't
Go
wonder
ahead,
what I'm
gang.
saying. That means if every group, let's say, this obviously isn't the case, but if every group has 10% of its population that's degenerate, I think black people probably have about 15. And I think that people's eye tests notice that pattern. And then when you notice that pattern on certain things that are degenerate and you know they're even just slightly more commonly found amongst black people, I think some people start to identify themselves with that. And then when you talk against that and you chastise people for it, then they start calling you anti-black because they see that as their thing. It's like, oh, well, this is just what we do. And so it's anti-black to be against it just because we have a slightly higher percentage of people who do that.
Okay,
Most
now
people aren't criminals and most people aren't completely degenerate. Very few
understood.
people in any
Okay,
group are criminal behaving people. Like even amongst black people, it's like
that's
whoever
facts.
ends up doing these murders is a
Um,
very small percentage. But the problem is that whether you're willing to acknowledge that, okay, we might have a disproportionately higher amount, who gives a fuck? Let's still get rid of them. I'm with you on the getting rid of them thing.
okay, so where did like all of your findings, your research, you talk about a lot of data. Where did that data come from? Did it come from your observation digitally? Did it come from your observation in your community?
A combination of the two. So, like, if data does not at all match up with my eye test, I'll question the data a little harsher. I think that's how anybody should do any study. That's kind of like how the scientific method works. But so, I mean, that's how you form a hypothesis, right? Like, you have to observe something first. But my
No.
data for what you're asking about, I would probably look at violent crime rates. So like like aggravated assaults and homicide. If you have high rates of things like that that are very easily verifiable, and you have victimization reports from like the CDC that shows that black men are like, there's nothing more dangerous to a black man than another black man, like that I don't, that to me is a sign of degeneracy. And that's where
Right.
so
Right.
then when my eye test matches that, I'm like, okay, if I go and I see the videos
So
of
you go off the
airport fights,
data
huh?
prior to the eye test.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
And
know if it's
that's
a
the
chicken or
problem
egg
right there,
situation
sir.
here. It's just kind of
That's the
both.
problem. Wait. That's a problem. That's a
I
problem. Do you have your profile says you have a PhD in quote unquote African American studies? Not quote unquote. Am I
wait,
correct?
yeah.
Okay, see, that's the problem right there.
But I
That's the
grew up
problem.
black.
Because niggas are looking in a book and
But I
looking at
grew up
ones,
Wait,
black.
but how is
zeros,
that the
twos, and
problem?
threes on a piece of
But I
paper
grew
to
up black.
determine who their people are.
He said
But I
niggas
And
are
grew up
then
looking
they
in
go
a
to the eye
book.
test. Hold on, slow down, bro. Because in my motherfucking city, bro, I swear to God, in my city, bro, motherfuckers will blick your ass down. But some of them people need it to be blicked down. But then you
no,
want to
that's
sit
not
there and
no.
say,
Why do they
oh,
wait? Why do they need to be blicked down?
Nah, that makes sense.
bro, do y'all not understand it? All right, man. You know what? You're not ready for this conversation, bro. Your PhD has you
All
blinded.
I'm doing is
And
asking you
y'all
a
have a good
question
day.
about your stance.
PhD have you
Relax.
blind is crazy.
All
Yeah,
I'm
the
doing is asking
PhD
you
and
a
niggas
question
do be
about your
having the
stance.
player hater degree and niggas do be having niggas blinded by what's really going on in our communities and what's really going on outside.
But I
A
grew up
lot of
black
people,
But
before I got
a
into
lot
that
of people.
situation.
I
Listen,
have made that statement before. Well, I think it was the part about the data that got them, but
God forbid you
I
use
was the
data.
one that made the sentiment for real, for real.
But it's true though, because like people who have collegiate educations, they don't really understand the ins and outs of how things actually happen and what's going down in situations. Like if you've never
I
been
I'm
mean,
from
there,
I was a
Patterson,
you
New
can't
college.
talk
Jersey.
about those situations. Just like if you've never been to college, you can't talk about what it's
I'm
like
from
being in
Patterson, New
university.
Jersey.
If you've never been to an all white party, you can't talk about what it's like being there. You can't talk about the things that
I'm
you've
from
never
Patterson,
experienced.
New Jersey.
So you're gonna come from a
No,
skewed perspective because you're
what
gonna
we are
be
talking about.
completely talking about
I'm
the
from
situation at
Patterson, New
hand.
Jersey.
But sometimes I
I
think
feel
that
like
people
y'all be just saying shit and don't be realizing that y'all just saying shit.
but sometimes I
That
think
is
people
also
who've
David
true.
never
can
been
be
to
They do.
college,
Yeah,
cute,
they
but
do.
like
They do.
it
They
ain't
I'm
do.
talking
he
They
about
ain't
do.
your
doing
ass.
nothing wrong.
wait, hold on. Black people who never been to college are
Talking
people
about
who have the most bullshit, dumbass degrees be wanting to paint the narrative on black education a lot. And I don't believe that. Because like, yeah, never mind. I'm gonna just leave it at that sentiment.
But okay, anyway, he got on me because I'm using data. I mean, my eye test shows the same thing. And he said something about people who get killed, they needed to be killed. I mean, you can't you can't possibly overstate how detrimental high homicide rates are to the development and well-being of any group, any culture, and any society. Like you
But
just
why do
can't.
you disagree with that sentiment though? Because like
With
if you in any hood, you know some of these niggas do need to be gone.
but not at the hands of other people. You just end up with nothing but back and forth revenge killings, and you
Yeah,
have a
you
neighborhood that's
you
not
said my name,
that's
I
not
pop up
Nah,
built.
that's
like the
not true.
boogeyman, bro. So
Well,
listen what I'm
it
trying to
doesn't
tell you.
work.
Slow down, bro. Listen what I'm trying to tell you.
damn nigga.
So when it
He want to be a supervillain so bad.
I don't want to be. I just
Look, when I
happen to
met
have
him,
been
he did
born
not
into
sound
Damn.
that.
like this.
Okay. So
That nigga said,
so listen
"Yeah."
listen to what I'm saying. Like I can tell based off of your stance, your opinions, and what tropes and or evidence that you like to use
Give
to
me prompts,
decide to
Snoop.
prove your point, where you learned your information from. And it sounds like you learned about the black community from a piece of paper. You get what I'm saying?
Like I said,
That's
I'm from Patterson, New
problematic.
Jersey. I'm from Patterson, New Jersey, and I live in Atlanta
I don't
as an
give a
adult.
fuck what you just said, bro.
So
I
You
never
say
asked
that
Atlanta
you
where
what
that
that
Wait,
shit
meant,
hold
is
on,
nigga.
hold on,
legal?
don't.
hold on. But real fast though, was there something about the data that was untrue that you disagree with, Davy?
No. If any,
No, I'm talking about
Yeah, you
Davy.
talking to me?
Davy,
What's good, Hotel?
what about the data was wrong or like you disagreed with?
So
it's a
it
great
was,
question.
bro. So it wasn't about the data itself. It's about him using data as his primary representation for the black community, and also the things that he said. So this is the thing. Reason I came up is because he said that a lot of people was consider him anti-black, but a lot of his viewpoints and stances I would agree with. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to know why people would consider him an anti-black, and then it's based on the tropes that he used to support his evidence. So the data can
It's
be
not a
correct,
trope if
but
you
if you
said it.
use
Literally said
negative
data.
tropes towards the community to propagate your
How is
point,
it a trope if
that
it's
is
true?
problematic.
I mean, you're not using the word trope correctly here, but how is it? How is it a trope? Like
Yeah.
Nah,
it's
gang,
not wrong if
Cause
it's
you
true.
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I
But
don't.
I'm
You just said you don't disagree with the data,
So listen,
and yet I'm
no, no, no,
wrong
no,
to
no, no.
use
but
the
I
then
said
you
data.
I
just
wouldn't
said it
disagree
was a
with.
negative trope. But
That's
I
true.
think hold on,
and then
maybe
you
what
said it
but
didn't
hold
even
on, Davey,
happen
maybe
anyway.
what you missed is that we was talking about like the social perception of the black community, not actually what we thought that the black community
Nah,
was.
but
We
that's cool. So when it comes to your social perception of it, it is based off of what? Is it based off of who you're around?
oh, we're talking about
What you're
the social perception.
Not
The
necessarily ours.
Can you just be
what?
specific about what I said that you disagree with, and not what I use to come to my
Wait,
opinions?
wait, 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 wait. Hold on. Let's slow this down. Let's slow this down because maybe I am confused. Because when it comes down to social
Fuck.
perception, are you what are you just when it comes down to social perception, are y'all talking about social perception in the media? Or y'all talking about social perception to you? Or y'all talking about like what are y'all
We
talking
were
about?
talking about
the
social
hold on.
perception as far as
The THEE. The
Media.
social perception. That means media. That means like
That's
a
a
complete
whole different. Oh
generalization.
my
Okay.
god,
Hotep,
bro.
Hotep,
The
So
Hotep.
now you know why I use the word tropes because
Wait.
the
But
social representation for us is more likely from people that learned about us in books or people that don't really be around black people to produce
but
a
you
certain
didn't
narrative.
disagree with the data though.
Hotep,
Okay,
we were talking about how
what?
we were talking about how you get how our own people call us anti-black for being against things that we consider degenerate. So I think
Yeah.
for
And
his
then
question.
remember when I said
So what
that
have you been
the
called
face,
degenerate for?
remember when I said
Oh, go ahead.
degeneracy is the face of blackness?
Oh yeah, you did say that.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and that's problem. So what have you been called anti-black for that you spoke out against as degenerate?
I've said that black people's current problems are the result of their current behaviors, and it's basically within their power to fix all of it, and it's not anybody else's job or fault to do so. And they said that that was anti-black.
And my thing is, let's unpack that. Let's
Okay.
unpack that because
Y'all been
that's
saying that the
different.
whole time, though.
Hold on, because that's different than what everybody else was in here talking about, cuz.
Well, let Megan go, and
Go
then
ahead, man.
let me
Am
sit.
I
Yeah,
tripping, gang?
let
Am
me
I
sit.
tripping, or is there two different conversations and niggas trying to attach
Hold
their
on,
No,
Davy. Let me
points to a
sit.
conversation?
I was gonna speak on
Sometimes
what
I
you
be
said. What
needing
you
to
just said.
sit with what y'all be saying, and so I need to go to the next person so I can sit with it better.
Well, I mean, I was just going to tell a story, and it kind of goes along with the conversation. When I was in college, which was a while back ago, I was the president of my student Black Union. Okay, and of course, you have the Minority Student Affairs Office, a director who you branch out of. Okay, all the minority organizations, branch out of that office. So at my time, I had a very prominent Black fraternity. I'm not going to say what fraternity. Black who became president of the fraternity eventually was our director. And I remember we used to always have to write these budgets every year to get money and funding from the school, predominantly white PWI school. It was hard a lot of the times, and a lot of times we had to deal with a lot of racism. At the time, I was very much a radical person, so and he wasn't. And I remember sitting down in his office and asking him, why can't we? Why do we have to go and ask and ask and ask? Why can't we do something more radical? Why can't we act more racist towards them? And he was like, we can't tell them that yet because it's kind of an ego stroking that you have to do to these white people, to stroke their egos and say, oh, we need you in order to get the changes that we need on campus done quickly. If we do this way, we can get these changes quicker. And it's kind of weird because I think, who was it, Kate or Duna, I'm not sure, who said it's all about the timing of this. Like, I feel like we want these quick handouts for our community to fix the problems when we really need to get dirty and grimy, and we really need to get the hard answers and accountability in our faces for us to make these changes so that we can grow as a community and stop being the face of degeneracy. This radical approach, I think, is needed at this time because we have been doing this just stroking the egos of these white people to ask for this handout, get them to understand or get them to see where we're coming from, and it's not what we need to be doing anymore. So
What do
I
you
don't mind
consider
saying that we're
radical?
racist. We take our power back. We should
What do
take
you
our power
consider
back
radical?
and be able to say, yes, I'm racist. I don't like white people. If I were to become a business owner, yes, I may be. I'm going to have a racist undertone. I'm going to pick the Black person over the white person, and we need to stand on that. If you can, if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Because at this point in time, they're not going to see it. The white community they're not going to see it. They haven't seen it. We don't need to integrate. We need to segregate. We need to focus on us, period. And a lot of times saying that we can't be racist and that we don't have the power to do so with all the work and death and blood and sweat and tears that our ancestors have went through to continuously say that we don't have power in something, it just irks my soul. Because how can you sit here and let them define what we have and what we are? We don't have the power to be racist? Seriously? We really believe that these days? That's crazy to me. And we're not going to tell them that. We want to be hush hush. We don't want to tell them we really do. Because if we do, we might not get the money. We might not get the funding. We might not get this. I'm going to take it.
I'm not going to argue against your point here, but I am curious. I just want to know how you stand on this because I actually agree with your statement on discriminating in hiring practices. Do you think everybody should be allowed to do that? Like, can Hispanic business owners and white business owners and Asian business owners say, we only want to? I think everybody should be allowed to do that. It's your
They
business.
already do. They already
So
do
you think
that.
it should be legal though?
They already do that. That's
Do
what
you
I'm
think it
saying.
should be legal?
I think it should be legal. Legal is different than social. I mean, when it comes to legalities of of it. We would have to have our own attorneys, our own CPAs, our own
Exactly.
accountants to fight
Well,
for it legally to get things changed. So I
I know.
mean,
I'm
if
just saying,
we want to go
ideally,
into
we
the
would
And
like
courts,
that's
be
we
where
would
the
have
Let's
to have
able
our
time
go.
to be
own.
comes
able to do
in. Like
that.
we
But that's,
Let's
can't
I'm
go
just
start
saying,
and
back.
do it
ideally,
today if
we'd
we
be
don't
okay
have
with that.
it.
Let's go back. Let's go back to what Lift whole entire point for even being here was for. That's something that's important. What he just said. He just said currently all y'all niggas is all of y'all fault. That's what he's saying. That's
Well, I mean,
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, Davy. I have fucked up some stuff that could have brought opportunities to people doing some dumb shit.
I don't
I
know a
have.
single black person who has
Okay.
failed or didn't do what they wanted to do in life, and they go, "Yeah, it was because these white people did X, Y, Z, or they didn't give me these things, or they did." I don't know a single black person that thinks like that. And every black person I know that's successful, I expected them to be successful because when I knew them as kids or whatever, I'm like, yo, I mean, you're just not gonna be stopped no matter what. So I mean, I don't believe black people don't have that agency. So I do look and think that it's
So it was
whatever
their
you
And
do
you
fault.
is
know what,
is
Liv? That's
So
a
those same
fucking
people.
fact.
Go
That's
ahead,
a
Elijah.
fucking fact. All
God
the
damn,
successful
bro.
black people I know, even the
Y'all wow.
non-successful ones, I've never heard them be like, it's because of this white person or it's because
so if
the
none
white
of us
person
knows
didn't
a
give me no
single black person
opportunity.
that does
So I
that, how
think
is it for the
it's
group?
damn near ironic that it be the people who didn't even try to get the opportunities who be like, oh, it's cause of this, it's cause of
Can't
that, it's cause of privilege, it's cause of supremacy. Like when you
hold
really
on.
didn't even try, you're actually trying to psych yourself out from taking action.
That's
That's
fact.
what's
Slow
occurring.
down right there though.
So
Slow
I
down right
feel
there.
like we all
Hotel,
keep
because y'all
saying the
not saying
same
the same
stuff.
thing. Y'all
But
are
what
not
does
saying the
that look
same
like
thing, yo.
implemented though? Nobody's saying how you implement it. Like, yes, everybody has the power and we should be
Who
taking
are
that power
you?
back and getting it. But what does that look like?
I
Like,
wasn't even
I
Let
talking.
the
mean, like
monoracials worry about it.
where do you get that from?
See, y'all are
Let the
saying something
monoracial deal with it.
totally
I'll
different.
answer you, Kate, in a second.
Y'all
I'm
are
gonna let
saying
That,
Davy
something
that's
go.
totally
crazy.
different than what this dude is saying right now. Totally different. And I don't know why. Am I the only one that sees this? Am
It
I
seems
tripping
that
right
way,
now?
yeah. It definitely seems that way.
It does.
Yeah.
And that's the problem right there, bro.
But
So
it
my
seems like
thing is,
what's happening?
I'm man, there's hands, bro. Like I know y'all understand. So Hotep, I agree with what you said. And I agree with how Kate kind of piggybacked off of what you said, but that is not what Lift is saying. That's not. And
It's
y'all
not.
don't see that for some
Well,
reason.
then tell us what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
what's what?
already told us, bro. And they said let's
Well,
let that
I mean,
sit.
Yeah,
yes, I
but
told you, but tell us your
nah, when I
interpretation
said
of
let's let that sit, that's because I be having to host. I didn't know what the fuck that meant. I'm gonna be real with you. Because I didn't understand really
And
what
I
the
do.
problem with what he was saying was. Because it's like you could use the data, like for example, people get mad at me because hold on, the police, hold on. People get mad
Davey.
at
Just give us your
You going
interpretation
to
of what I'm
like
saying.
jail?
people get mad at me because
That's white supremacy for you to be scared of the
and it
police.
is, and I am really scared. So let me just be real myself.
I'm not gonna lie. Last time I got pulled over by a cop, he asked me if I want to be on CNN, bro. That's
What?
something different, man. So that's a whole different quote unquote trope that people use
Oh
to
my.
push behind artificial or actual data. Like that. Like, are y'all not listening, or
You
or
should
or
have asked him
or
if
like are we in two
you should
different?
have asked him if your story was good enough to make BET. What the fuck you mean CNN? Huh?
So you don't believe the data that he gave
He
is
didn't
what
give any data.
But he did.
But
He
what was the
spoke.
data? I didn't
He
hear any data. Did,
he
Oh, you didn't hear
spoke.
any numbers?
He didn't give any data. No, he spoke of the data. He didn't give it himself. But that's not what I'm talking about.
Davey,
I'm
please just give your
I mean,
interpretation of what I'm saying. Just make
do
this
y'all
simple.
want
please.
a million
And
one on
honestly,
ones?
what
yeah,
I'm
hurry the
saying
fuck
is,
up. Hurry,
hold,
yeah,
well,
give your interpretation and hurry up because I'm tired of
Yeah,
this shit.
hey,
either that, or
bro,
y'all gonna have to do a million
and
one on
you're
ones.
tired of
Something
it,
gotta
and
change.
Jelly don't even know what was going on. Y'all are part of the problem as
You're
well.
still saying other things. Just say what I'm
Ah,
saying.
boo. Check.
No, I'm
Um,
gonna just be real because
Frolic.
y'all
and
didn't recognize what he
Frolic.
said.
Take
hold
it
on.
away.
I
Love, you
just
got
came up.
something to say?
Yeah, go ahead,
Yes,
go
I
ahead.
just came up here to say good morning, happy New
Because
Year
I don't
to
want to hear that shit.
everyone, and y'all be
Happy
supporting
New Year.
everybody's spaces.
Y'all
AQ be
funny.
running amazing spaces. We got Cryptic down there. He run amazing spaces. We got Brolic. Y'all follow these people and be participating in their spaces because this space is full this morning, and that's what we like to see with good conversation.
Thank you. We love that love. I'm gonna go ahead and reset on that
Happy New
positivity.
Year.
Welcome to the AQ where you couldn't make this shit up. We showing y'all another day where you couldn't make this shit the fuck up. Follow who resonates with you. We are having a great time today. We are discussing we started off in another people room. Y'all know I was scouting for AQ some food. We found some food. The food was things that we need to leave in 2023. Apparently, we need to leave ourselves in 2023. So that's where we at now, I guess. We talking about whether or not black people have the power to be racist. Are there benefits to being racist? And really just sort of this social connotation of anti-blackness that is some Twitter bullshit. So what's up? Follow who you want to follow who you don't want to follow, and if you're a hater, stay at the bottom. Let's get back to the combo. Oh yeah. Also, if you deny a debate on AQ, if you deny a debate and you try to come back on stage, you cannot. You have to stand on that.
Either that or we'll flame your ass up. That's all.
Either that or you gotta let us talk bad to you until we done. One of the two. All right, it's on
Go ahead,
text.
check.
Y'all know I don't be remembering after like 1,000. Go ahead, go to somebody else. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
That was Davey ass. He was dragging it.
I'm not.
It was.
Go ahead.
Girl, stop
That is,
it. Stop
y'all
saying
don't
my
see
name.
Go
Like I
it.
ahead,
wasn't
You
dragging
100.
don't
nothing,
see
bro.
it.
Man, look.
You
You
was
don't
dragging
see
it, my
it. The nigga
nigga.
just kept saying that. Nigga, no, y'all
No,
wasn't
bro, he
saying.
just said
Y'all
it
like,
right in
what
front
am
of
I
y'all, and
supposed
y'all
to
wanted
be
me to give
Here we
my
go
seeing?
again.
interpretation of
No,
what he
no.
said after he said it. That's
Here we
crazy.
go again. All right.
That's
Can I say
crazy.
something to him real quick? Can I please just say something real quick?
No, you can't.
Okay,
Let
I'll do it
Wano
real
Very,
go
quick.
very
real quick.
patiently.
Well, let
You
Wano go,
use your
not real
fucking
quick,
mic
but
and
just
don't
yeah.
you say a fucking word. All right. All right. So I want to address this whole white people thing, man. Y'all give these people too much credit. Stop using the word white people. If you're going to use any term, use monopoly. And outside of that, address these people by their name. Because when you use white people, now you put a blanket term. Now we can't hold anybody really accountable. You know what I'm saying? So we get in these circular talks when we make the conversation about white people when it ain't white people. These people either identify by their religion, their religious organization, their nation, or their surname. They don't identify by race. We can't get nothing done with racial politics. We can't get nothing done with African American studies. We can only get shit done, you know what I'm saying, if individuals come together and put together organizations that have clear objectives and we achieve those objectives. No matter how you slice it and dice it, that's what's got to happen. We are amalgamation of many different tribes and nations that were reclassified as free U.S. citizens. We basically free blacks at this point. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot just have this one unifying creed that we can identify under and operate under. But it would make it more feasible if you have a more micronation situation. And I yield with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who next?
I do think y'all be gassing this whole racism real thing because it's like for something to not be real, it's been beating our ass.
No, Jelly. I hate when people do say that because they don't really break it down. I think what people are not explaining is our understanding of what race is. Is it what it actually is? You know what I'm saying? It's not a biological thing. It's more so it applies socially. You know what I'm saying? Not it's more so like a caste, but essentially not a caste because it's something that you can escape. If you wanted to change your race, you can do that. And I think that's the hard thing that people are trying to explain, that just our understanding of what it is and what it actually is two different things. Not that it's not real, but
You know, y'all, I wanted to ask this question, and I think I have the right people in here to ask this question. Do y'all think that Black American people Do y'all believe that we're afraid of competition?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%,
That's why we be
100%,
100%.
100%.
Y'all
Yes,
There's a
exactly.
silly.
That's
negative
why a lot of
connotation
people
with
are
it.
anti-capitalist,
One more
and
time.
that's why they
Bro, we
don't.
don't duck no smoke.
They
When we ever ducked some smoke?
Yeah, like competition in what way?
Yeah.
Just
well,
period.
that you guys are a slightly different group of
Economically,
people.
I mean, economically, health, education, it don't matter. Pick an area of activity. Do y'all believe we're afraid of competition?
No, I
Of
think that's a
course,
silly
who
ass
are
That's
argument.
who?
I
because you
just
have
think that the things that people want us to participate in and want us to compete in that we don't necessarily give a fuck about. And you can't make us give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? It's very arbitrary things
Competitive
that
people don't ask for
excuse me,
help.
excuse me,
So Megan, hold on, because
like
I know Megan answer. Give me a response to that,
what the
Megan,
fuck?
because you the one that's
I
gonna
mean,
make me think about it. I know
I
you
feel
are.
like
Right.
we do. I feel like we are afraid of competition because of this "we are the world" love aspect that people are pushing. That's trendy now. This whole holistic lifestyle and competition has gotten this negative connotation put on it. When really, I believe it's needed for positive productivity in the community. You need to have competition. You need to be able to prove what you say and that you are what you say, and that is what we get. That's where we get that from.
Exactly. I think a
I
lot of
wouldn't
black
even
people
fucking done.
demand. Nah, I think a lot of black people demand that
My bad. Check.
we be seen as something that we're not.
Go ahead. My bad.
No, I'm saying I think a lot of people we demand that people respect us without actually trying to earn it.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
I think. Hold on. My bad. Check. Go ahead.
Are you calling me Check? I'm sorry.
No, no.
Nah,
I'm
I
actually.
got
It's a
interrupted.
person. Brolic is check.
Oh, okay, my fault. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, it's on you, Check.
I be forgetting my point. I hate when y'all do that.
Well,
My
didn't
fault. I
nobody
think there's just
have
latency
George
in the
R.
app.
Lost?
Well,
Yeah,
while
competitive
you're
people
thinking
don't
of your
ask for
point,
help.
like I think sometimes like what happens is we sit in these spaces and we be like, oh yeah, we the original people. We the original people. Y'all lives suck. Y'all gene pool weak. Y'all gene pool weak. Y'all gene pool weak. And then we be like, nah, they attacking us. We don't have the power to be racist. And it's like, hold the fuck on now. If you just said that gene pool was so damn weak, we
Yeah,
just
I
had
don't.
had the power for shit.
Hell no.
So I
Those
think
American,
but
those American Africans, I have nothing to do with those people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. That's what I said. Like, let me know a competition, a fade that we ducking. You feel me?
I mean, all right, for example, the SATs. People say that the SATs are inherently anti black. I do not believe that, but I understand the
Thank
research
you.
around it
Who said
that
that? Who said that?
A bunch of
people
black
say
people
Lots of
that
say
shit
people
that.
all the
say that.
time. Yeah, people say
No,
that all
lots
the
of people
A
say
time.
bunch
that
of black people say that.
I
Yeah,
don't
so I
subscribe
mean,
to that.
for
A
sure.
bunch of
wait, hold
black
on.
people
I
say
don't,
that. Where?
hold on.
Where did y'all
I
hear them
this
say
is
I've
that?
Hold
heard
on,
it a number of
Not
times.
that black.
let me finish laying down
We're not gonna keep on acting up kiss about
yeah.
every single fucking
Like,
thing.
let me lay down the framework of this. So, like, I don't believe that the SATs are inherently black, and I believe that we actually need more black. Like,
Anti-black.
you need to do that so that we can prove that, bitch, you ain't no, we ain't slow. You ain't here trying to play. And I think that that competition is healthy, right? Another competition, like,
Yeah, but a lot of schools don't have the resources for those children
mama,
to be learning that stuff at the
yes
same
they
rate
wait,
because
do.
they
so
don't
You have
Yes
the
have
they
like
internet.
do.
You have the internet.
the tutors and all of that stuff. That's
Bro, I
where
Well,
never heard
at
that
this
it's
talking
point,
point
not that
until
the
they're
white
not
schools don't even
How
capable.
the
got it.
fuck do
So
y'all
Let
It
even
bro,
doesn't.
say
for real,
that?
It's
for
not
real.
that
I
me
they're
never heard
not
that talking point
capable.
until I was in my
let
30s.
me
Oh
say
It's
I
God,
something.
never
Let me
heard
say
not
that
that
until
something
they're
I
not
about
got on
this.
Twitter,
capable of
bro.
being
I don't give
able
a
to
What
fuck
are y'all
about
learn
it.
these
talking
Fuck
about?
matters.
y'all turn.
Hotep, save me. Let
On
me say
God.
something. I want to say something here. White schools where the average income for the parents are in the bottom
Do
decile
you
of
have children?
income outperform
Do you have
I
outperform.
children?
wait,
you just say
hold on,
black
y'all.
people want
Let's
No,
yo,
he
kids.
let him
don't.
speak.
He
let
don't.
him.
No, because when
He
I'm
don't.
fucking talking, I get interrupted. Why the fuck would I let anybody else speak? Fuck out of here. Fuck you, boy.
It's not
Oh my
intentional.
It
We
is
God.
just don't hear
intentional.
Yeah,
you.
It's
we are.
intentional when
You
you
are.
know and you hear somebody else speaking and you start speaking at the same time. That's very intentional when on the, in this app.
uh,
Fuck out of here. Now
So
to get back to what I was saying, you feel me? Again, this competition thing. No, please name me this smoke that we ducking. Now, as far as what Jelly said is
The
the SAT,
SAT.
uh, Jelly, god
Where
damn,
did you
bro.
get that from?
So why are scores lower then?
dog, let this
You
nigga
feel me?
finish.
Why
Post
are
it.
our scores lower? Because of the parenting. Because we're the only group of people, not the only, because we're one of the few communities that rely on the teachers for our children to be educated. It's a parent thing as well. So when people be talking about it's the school, it's the school. The school got underfunded. The school, who's your first
I
teacher?
said
Your
research.
fucking parents. And parents are leaving out the accountability aspect of it. I just was talking to a parent and she was saying, "Is
What
this?
about the parents that
Excuse
don't
me,
know?
Wait, hold on,
Lady,
like,
hold
bro.
on.
I swear to God, I'm about to like. I'm trying to be respectful. Like,
Girl,
please,
please don't
it's okay.
interrupt
Go
that
ahead. Go
nigga.
ahead. Go ahead.
Cause we all gonna be monkeys in the field if you keep interrupting that man. So
relax,
just let him do him.
relax. What I'm saying is the parents got to take some type of accountability and like when we're having these type of conversations. So too much is it the teachers. Man, I'm, there's only so much the teachers can control in the classroom. And I'm not taking any type of accountability for them, but I be seeing these badass children. You feel me? I do. I seen this little girl. She just maced her fucking teacher because he wouldn't give her phone. I wish the fuck that would be my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and matter of fact, I wish the fuck that would be me. Because I would tell you to call your motherfucking parents and your grandparents and your uncles and your older brother and whoever.
You gonna
You
fight them
feel me?
all?
Out, yes, yes.
Now she ain't
You
passed
feel
the
me,
SAT, so we still at the same
ma'am? And
spot.
that's the problem. It's
You
parents
asked them
like
about the
you,
like the
man. Bob, shut
funding
up.
and shit.
Excuse me.
I'm about to ask you
Yeah,
where
because
you
it's
grew
people
up in
like
the
you,
second
ma'am,
K.
From
that are part of the
Mississippi.
problem. Instead of getting your badass child in
Greenwood,
order,
Mississippi.
excuse me, instead of getting your badass child in order, and so you're gonna fight the child. No, so you're gonna send your badass child to school with other children. If you can't handle your
To be a
child's
danger.
behavior problems, why the fuck would it be the teacher's behavior problem? Why would it be their fault? And that's what I'm talking about. So this community aspect, it starts at home. It starts with self, then family, then community. Yeah, they want to leave out the family aspect and they want to send in the strangers
Yeah,
and then want the
everybody has
strangers.
perfect parents.
What did she just say?
I don't know.
That's what the fuck I thought it
Just let him
was.
finish
Just
though,
Why
continue
Kay.
y'all
because
only
it
keep
was probably some
Oh
talking about
God,
bullshit.
it's
kids and
always a
certain
waffle
parents,
colored
but let's not?
Negro.
Why
It
are
was
we
probably some
addressing
Yeah,
people
bullshit.
it's a
who have
waffle
not
Okay.
colored
great
Negro with
parents,
this
or one
bullshit.
parent, or a parent who can't
Yo, let
read,
him
or a
finish. Let him
parent that
finish.
like
Okay,
one?
we're not gonna do this whataboutism, lady.
Yeah.
All
And if your
right.
mama can, if
It's
it's
not
2020,
aboutism. That's
It
no,
is
realism.
whataboutism.
if it's
We all
2023
know
and your
everybody don't got two parents. We all know everybody don't got the best parents. We all know everybody don't got the worst fucking parents. All right. Regardless of the situation, the shit start at home and you need to make your child read that motherfucking book.
and I'm
Okay?
sorry, but
I
in
don't give a fuck if I don't
2023,
give a fuck if you was raised by your great granny.
no, if you raised by your grandma, you know how to read if you raised by your grandma. Stop playing on your
Period.
granny. Stop playing on granny. You
Period.
know damn well she
Cause
sat
you
that book in
reading
front of
that
your
damn
ass.
Bible, hoe.
Yeah. And the Bible ain't even got no hard words.
I'm gonna land my
So
plane. I
Yes,
want
stop
to
playing
finish
on
yes it
this
granny.
though.
probably
You feel
do.
me? It is a problem when your child name is Balenciaga and they can't spell Balenciaga. That's a
Ah,
problem within the community. So excuse us, because I'm
uh,
25 and I know a lot of people in here are my peers. You feel me? For setting the standard and challenging us to be motherfucking better. I'm fucking stuttering because it pissed me off. Excuse us for raising a motherfucking bar. That's what we're supposed to do. Each generation is supposed to be better. The women of my peers, these women supposed to be better than our mamas. These men supposed to be better than our damn daddies. So excuse us for having a standard. Excuse us for putting the community first and having some type
period.
of accountability. Excuse us. And I'm gonna land right there.
Okay, well, what about those kids that are in foster
Kate,
care
I
and all
want
that
you
shit?
to
That
All right, lady. I don't know what the fuck going on, but I feel like at this point you just trying to distract us. Like I really feel like you trying to distract us, cause, bro, majority of kids ain't in foster care. Okay, so I don't even
And
know
it's
why
like,
we do.
if
Again,
you
it's
ever,
what aboutism? I don't know. I think you're here to distract us, bro. So again, just let the monoracials handle it,
and you know what's crazy about
cause
that hotel?
cause niggas about to start getting on your ass if you keep on saying shit. And I
You
like
know,
dissension, so I'm keeping you up here.
you know what's crazy about that hotel? I was in foster care for like 6 months, y'all. Because the system worked against black mothers. And everybody, you were so depressed in that bitch. We was in there trading books, so I don't know what the fuck
No,
y'all
Jelly, you
be
can
in here
say it.
talking
They
about.
kidnap
Like
children from their black
y'all keep
mothers, Jelly.
saying just like everybody had this one same
they do.
experience with parents
Ma'am,
that
can we
Kate,
get a
don't know
mother to
how to
speak?
read and teach them.
Love, go
Like
ahead.
y'all
hey,
are,
hey,
I
Love, go
Kate,
am a
ahead.
mother, but
hey,
y'all leave it
Kate.
at a
Love, go
whole
ahead.
nother
I want to hear a
Yeah,
line.
it
mother.
Y'all
is
are
on
acting
love.
very
All right,
But
all
can,
right, all right,
It's
all right,
on
all right, all right, all
love.
right.
hey,
Yeah.
Kate,
Also,
it's love.
also,
My mother cannot read. My mother dropped out of school in middle school, but guess what I can do?
Sorry, love. You had got through the mute. Go
it was a
ahead. It's
double.
on you. Cause guess what love can do.
So my
And
mom
why you
dropped out
telling
in
us your
middle
mama can't
school.
read? Y'all
My
gotta be
mother
for
does
real.
not have her GED. She don't have none of that. She's not a
That's
very good
a
reader. But
Filipino.
guess who is? Guess who? No, this my mom. That's Native American. But she did drop
Uh,
out of school in middle school, and no, she
Oh
did not
yeah, she
have
must live on that
Relax.
in
reservation.
Let her
middle school.
talk.
But let me
I
That's your
can't
finish.
mama.
stand fucking jelly.
So let me say, so my mom cannot read, but guess what? She got 4 kids and 3 of us can. But my mother also found out she was dyslexic as an adult, it's with several other problems. So she ain't a good reader. But that did not mean that she let her kids fall through the crack to where we cannot read. So what your mama or whoever cannot do is not what can be attributed to you, because we don't live in the same society. When she dropped out of school, nobody was looking for her but her grandma and her mom. So it's life is different. Back then they wasn't, life was different. They didn't care whether a colored kid got their education or they did not. It just didn't matter. So for you to come up here and give all these excuses as if, what if you don't do it, somebody else will. As a very active parent, if you're not parenting your child and your child have to come over to my house and get parenting, guess what? They're gonna get parented. You would just be lucky that I am a good parent and that I would see your child as if they were mine. Everybody does not have that mindset. So if you're not parenting your child, guess what? Someone is, and it might not even be the correct parenting. So given all of these excuses that certain women do love to give, it's not helping anything. You are responsible for your children that you birth. And if you are not doing what you're supposed to do in your due diligence, then someone else is going to do it. And your kids might not end up as better off or whatever may have
and
you.
we can
I
critique
So
you.
agree with you. I literally agree with that
so
point.
you can't give all of these excuses. And nowadays there's
I'm not
so
giving
much
excuses. It's
help. Yeah,
reality.
you're kind of throwing monkey wrenches in. What if this and what if that? What kind of
How? When it's
parent?
an everyday thing. Like
But
every
what kind of
classroom has
parent?
that dynamic.
Okay, but what
But
aspect are
next you
you
gonna be
speaking
asking
from?
us, what about the black girl with the
I
white
don't give
Yeah.
mom?
a what
So what
about.
are we
I know.
doing?
Like
But
I grew
what
up
kind
in
of
a
parent
small
are
Yeah.
you?
Brewer,
Because
Mississippi,
you
I
have a
black
lot of
fucking
poor
what
ass
you have a
town.
lot
Hotep.
of what
We
We
can't
if.
can't do
fucking
listen,
read.
we can't do
Hotep
What
nothing
almost
she
for
let
the
me
black.
stomp in
said?
his blood.
Shit.
Pause.
Okay, so what kind of parent are you with
Cause
all
for
of these what
real.
ifs? Because I don't what
We can't do nothing for her but flat on her and hair in the bathroom. We can't do nothing for her.
Damn. Yo, I have one thing to say. Like,
Oh my
I don't
god.
get this
What the
doom and
fuck?
gloom shit that everybody's saying about black people, bro. If
You
you
don't
just do what
sound
you have to do
American.
in life, like you,
If that was the case,
You
then we
don't
would
sound
already be
American.
where we
Where are you?
said we were supposed to fucking be.
Girl, 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 girl. Please chill out. Just please chill out. I don't know what you're doing, but I just need you to take a breather. I just need you to chill out real fast. Let's let Lyft go.
Y'all funny.
any therapist that's trying to help somebody fix a big problem, one of the things that they'll do is they'll have them change small ones first, small ones that have a ripple effect. If you want to get better at a sport, basketball, you don't just come out and start trying to, tween behind the back, pull up threes. You learn how to dribble. This space has the potential to be extremely productive. I'm in white spaces as well sometimes, and I'll tell you the difference between the amount of cutting people off, the anger, the insults is like it's small stuff that's keeping us back. Y'all talk about like how you want to, oh, what do we do? What does it look like to see the improvement? It's little stuff that you just certain levels of decorum that you just have to have if you really want to see progress. It's little stuff. And I'm not trying to get on nobody here, but it's just like I can see the differences in my experience. It's just like wow, like when you look at the differences and the averages between them and then like you interact with people, it's like damn, like I don't see this type of thing even on a small level when I'm around these other groups of people. And that obviously, in my opinion, it's the little stuff that ultimately spreads out and makes large differences. So it's just like when you're having a convo with people, try to, you're going to make mistakes and stuff like that, but at least just try to keep your temper in check
Yeah, and
as
why don't
best
you
that you
start
can.
being the
Just
example,
have it in
brother?
mind.
Well, hold on now. Don't
No,
I
I'm
believe
talking
think I'm
about
her.
like
doing a
Hold
pretty
hosting
on.
good job
spaces.
of
Hold
not
on,
Don't
being
Jelly.
believe.
Like
angry.
actually hosting those middle ground rooms to actually show the young folk how it is to hold decorum in rooms. I would like to see those examples. I would actually support that. To see a room be ran the correct
Sure,
way.
you're right. I'm old enough to be doing stuff like that now. Yeah, you're right. Good idea. I'll try to
Yeah, like
get that in
hold
my
on.
time.
Don't do the AQ spaces by trying to compare our stuff to white people spaces. We hold formal debates and we also do political satire here. So now I sit in white people spaces and I go over there and I kill their ass in debates too. And one thing I never do
They're
is laugh.
middle aged white. They're
So
middle
do
aged
not
pink
be upset.
people.
Do not be upset because I'm sitting in my house laughing with my
I'm not
friends
upset about that. I think you
having
kind
a
of
good debate.
missed the point that I
But
was
don't.
making.
But what I'm also saying is, white people are not the measuring stick for how I'm supposed to behave.
Well, you all told me that you wanted to compare groups. I said that I don't want to. It was me who
But
said
when
that
I'm
I don't
talking
believe in
about,
doing
but
that.
when I'm talking about comparing groups, I'm talking about in actual things that are real. Like I want a
Right.
white
If you're
person
going
to
to
come.
compare the outcomes, you
I
need to
want you to
compare
stop
the behaviors
talking while
that
I'm
lead to
talking,
the
please.
outcomes.
Can you stop talking while I'm talking, please?
Sure,
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
When I'm talking about comparing
Nigga,
the
this,
two,
nigga, this
I'm
the
talking about
A2. Nigga, ain't no
I'm talking
motherfucking
about yeah,
behavior and
I'm
Gonna
talking
shut
about
up.
yeah. When I'm talking about comparing, I'm talking about I want them to go talking point for talking point, debate for debate. I want to kill their ass in debates. I want to kill their ass in farming. I want to kill their ass in fashion. I want to set a standard for the psychoanalysis. I mean, I'm talking about actual things, not just, oh,
Jelly, we could
well,
just
you're
make them
well
go
behaved and
home.
subservient, so you
We
must
could
be
just
better.
revoke the 14th Amendment and make them go home. We don't even got to do that. We can make them go home for real.
Okay.
Like I already told you,
Bro,
Let's
I'm
we
get
can
assigned a
ready.
really make
position.
them
All
go
I can do
home.
is
I'm
sign the
telling
position.
y'all.
So if you want to compare those things, though, my point is that if you want to compare the results, which are the things you're talking about, you want to kick their asses in these things, which are ultimately results. If you want to compare the results and you want to win at the results, you have to learn the process that leads to those results. And part of that process is controlling your temper. I'm not saying you lost your temper. You've been fine with your temper the whole time. I'm saying a lot of people in this space, that
But
is a
that's
big
not true
difference
either,
in.
because honestly, um,
You're
what
about to tell me that white people lose their temper too, and I'm well
I'm about to
aware
tell
of
you
that.
that
I'm
Albert
talking about the
Einstein set most
frequency.
of the set literally most of the standards for white people, and they had an anger management problem the whole time. So I mean, I'm saying like we don't need to. While I do think that we need to watch how we act and how we behave, when I'm talking about watching how you behave, I'm talking about it's not cute to twerk after 25. Like it's not a thing. Like I'm talking about actions like that. I'm not talking about sort of this policing of our behaviors. And I
If you
think
want group
sometimes
progress,
we think
if you want group progress, though, you need group cohesion. And if you want group cohesion, you have to be able to have conversations where people, the second they disagree with you, you're not screaming at them and yelling
I
at them and
totally agree with
insulting
that.
them, which is what's
yeah,
happened here.
but you're putting a blanket
Yeah,
sentiment as if that's
that's what I
all
disagree with.
that be
I'm not
happening, and it's
saying
really
that.
not.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that that is a problem that will impede your progress. I'm not saying that it's all
Okay.
that's occurring. I'm not saying that that's all black people ever do. I think this space has been very productive, but I'm saying this is a noticeable difference to me. To
I
me,
got you.
I could
Do
be
you
wrong.
And I
Maybe
go
I'm
hold
to a
on?
wrong.
few
Do
spaces.
you be what type of black people do you be around? Like, do
I'm
you?
all
Because
kinds, every kind. I'm a
uh-huh.
professional, and I'm from Patterson. I live in the west side of it. I'm around every class of black people that exists.
But when you be in the hood, do the hood accept you?
Yeah,
When
does
now,
the
now I'm
hood
gonna ask you
accept me?
another question. When you be in the hood, do they tell you to go to the store?
No, get the fuck out of
Okay,
here,
okay. I had to test. Because if they
nigga.
sent you to the store, then nah, nigga, they
No,
don't
I've
really
never
fuck
been
with
on
you
no
there.
store run.
Okay.
No,
So the hood do accept you. That's
oh,
good.
so you ain't gonna go get these backwoods, nigga?
nah, nah. I mean, I'm a pretty. I'm too. I don't know what the word is.
A
I'm
nigga
too
Yeah,
said
I just
competent
wanted to
absolutely
for
say
not.
that sort
this.
of thing. People.
I've been in a room with pink people, and they've been very uncivilized, behaving like the animals that they descend from. You know what I'm saying? See, me, I don't hide how I feel. People know they're pink. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, they cut each other off. They don't respect each other. It's kind of the same thing. So it just kind of depends on which group of pinks that you're around. The ones that I was in, they
For
were
sure.
MAGA people, 1776 gang. I love America, and I want to see if they love America more than I love this place. You know what I'm saying? So I would just ask a bunch of questions and ask them what they were, and they would describe themselves as white, and I would tell them no, they wasn't, and that they weren't American, that they were 14th Amendment citizens, and get kicked out of rooms like that. They're not very civilized when met with things that directly confront their way of thinking.
I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
not sure what
speaking
you're
about
talking about.
pink
They're
people,
they're
white
not
people.
Americans.
The rooms that you said,
Yeah, but they're not Americans and they're 14th Amendment citizens.
just
What
what
does
I
that
said.
mean? Well, I can repeat it
What
word
part
for
are you
word. I just
confused
don't know
on?
the semantic meaning. Semantically, I don't understand what that means. I'm saying
Ah, okay. So
what
you
does it
want to know the
mean that
difference
they're
between a U.S.
14th
citizen
Amendment
and an American?
citizens?
Is that what you're asking? Okay. I'm sorry, Hotep.
Ah,
Exactly.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
In 2023, I mean in 2024, I do really want us to leave welfare broke the black family apart alone. I want us to
Y'all gotta
leave.
give us some new stuff this year, some new work.
I'm telling you, because I
We
got some
need
new
new
shit for y'all
work.
this year. I got some new shit.
Hey,
So
no,
Oh
I
God,
really
cause
want Brolic to
tomorrow I'm
explain that
gonna
shit.
run that how
I
tough
want
would
Brolic
black
to
people be
explain
on
what he meant.
crime.
I want to
yeah,
learn some shit today. Brolic, can you
I
I'm
think
explain
that
what
going
would
you
be
through a
meant
fun.
I'm going
when
through
you
an
said
Afro
that though?
pessimism phase, so I got a whole bunch of talking points
You
for
think
a
that'll be good,
framework.
JoJo?
Hey,
Yeah,
y'all,
cause
shut up right quick. Hey, Brolic,
wait
I
till they
got a question for
now.
Brolic. Shut up right quick.
You ain't never talked to us like that
Gonna
before. You
we
ain't
ain't
never talked
never
to us.
did that before.
Yeah, you ain't never told nobody to shut up before. Come on now.
Go ahead, Jelly.
But I think like I'm in
No,
the Afro
nigga, I got a
pessimism
question.
phase.
Okay, well
So
you can
I
ask your
gotta
question after Jelly finish her goddamn
I know it was
sentence.
really just a sentence. I'm in an Afro pessimism
Huh.
phase, and so I have a whole bunch of new talking points that I'm not gonna have in 6 months that I need to unload on somebody. So we're gonna run the room that we're gonna run tomorrow. Damn.
I'm
But that
excited for that
So
because
what
I
space? I'm
think
gonna be
y'all would
there.
be
What
easy
time?
as
Hey, you
I
just
think
said
y'all
after
would be
Jelly, nigga.
easy as
Shut
fuck
up.
on crime if I'm being for real.
Let me ask Brolic this question.
Yes.
Y'all sell crack to stimulate the economy. Fuck.
Brolic, can you explain, like, no cap, can you explain what you meant by by what you was telling the white people and the difference between, what you was talking about?
Ah,
Act.
Like, no, bruh. We're trying
Don't
to
interrupt.
avoid it.
Don't motherfucking insult me. Y'all don't
didn't
know me
nobody
like that.
insult
Right,
you,
hello.
nigga. Is you cool?
I asked the motherfucking question. I'm trying to
Okay, well we
learn
don't
some
want to
shit.
hear that shit. Google it.
Fuck that, man. That nigga about to tell me.
Uh,
Go ahead, Brolic.
They're not gonna crucify me. If they don't want to talk about it, we ain't gonna talk about
They ain't gonna do
it.
shit. They ain't gonna do shit, bro. Trust. Don't be scared of them, bro. They ain't gonna do shit. I promise you.
gonna.
What's the 13th for me? Like, man, damn, man. Fuck.
Exactly. It's okay. Thank you.
I'm
Huh?
confused
The
about
what
that
is
too.
the
Whatever your name is, the guy who's
let
getting mad right now.
let
I
side
mean,
some
Oh
stuff
yeah, say
I'll explain it
Tama.
later.
yeah
Say
and tell us how to say that too.
Nah, y'all said it right. Um,
Tama? All right.
yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
yeah.
we can hear you.
All right. So basically I just got a question, right? I'm all for like self-determination and accountability. Like I don't ascribe to this bullshit notion of just blaming everybody else for your problems, right?
Create.
But at what point does that end and then it becomes something systemic?
Exactly.
I can answer that. If you want my opinion of it. So
Open
there was a
for it. Yeah,
study
go
that
ahead.
came out recently that said Navy Federal was discriminating against black people at the banks.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Channel Raw TV Bay Bay.